What's up, people? What's up, people? What's up, people? It's your boy MM2K of GEiX, Cloud Dosage, Hard Knock Digital Culture, and here at MM2K Gaming with a special video. We wanted to take this time to remind everybody that our $70 PlayStation Network point giveaway is still active. And we're still looking to collect as many people as we can to be eligible so we can give away these $70 worth of PlayStation Network credit. In order for you to do so, you have to be eligible. Just a few steps that you got to take in order to qualify. But once you take these steps, trust me, it doesn't cost you a thing. And trust me, you won't be sorry. So first and foremost, what I want to do is I want to direct you to the actual tweet that'll give you the directions. And we're going to follow the tweet step by step so you guys can understand what's going on, how this works, and all that other great stuff, right? All right, so let's do this. Okay, so let's show you the tweet. And the tweet is here. It says Final Fantasy VII Rebirth launch giveaway. We're doing a giveaway for $70 USD value towards PlayStation Network credit in celebration of Final Fantasy VII, Stellar Blade, and other PlayStation 5 early 2024 bangers. To be eligible, the first thing you're going to want to do is click on this link and make sure you're subscribed to MM2K Gaming Streams. Then secondly, you're going to want to subscribe via this link in subscribe number 2 to MM2K Gaming News. Then you're going to join the Discord, okay? And the link to the Discord is here. And then what you're going to do is after you do those 3 things, watch our Final Fantasy VII Rebirth streams and soon our Stellar Blade streams while we're still trying to collect as many eligible players as possible. And watch those streams via YouTube to get a special passcode. What you're going to do is enter that passcode in the Discord giveaway thread. There's a link to that thread in there. You'll see it once you join the Discord giveaway when you go to our giveaway section. But if you want a direct link to the thread, it'll take you right there. So I'm going to walk through all these steps with you. Okay. All right. So let's do it. First and foremost, I'm going to join at the MM2K Gaming Streams. I click on that link. It takes me to MM2K Gaming Streams. Oh, guess what? I'm already subscribed. But if you're not, hit that subscribe button, okay? Okay. Now you can go back to the tweet and go click on MM2K Gaming News. It'll take you there. Oh, that's the channel that we are right now. So there isn't a subscribe button, but if this was another channel like your channel, you would see a button to subscribe. Click that subscribe button there like we did for MM2K Gaming Streams, all right? Once you do that, then you're going to want to join the Discord, okay? So if you click on the Discord link, it'll take you to our GEiX Discord where you just got to go through some preliminary things. You got to, say which platforms you want to, be part of, the content, stuff like that. That's because this Discord is being built to cater to your gaming experience, right? So once you just go through a couple of quick, short questions, you'll get added to the Discord, and this is our Discord right here, okay? Now, once you do that, you want to go to one of our Final Fantasy VII Rebirth streams that are active during the time of this recording, or we're going to soon be playing Stellar Blade once that releases, right? You'll go to one of those streams like right here. Now, right here, I don't have the code, so you can't cheat. I got it to a part of the video where the code isn't up yet, but just watch one of the streams. Just watch one of our fantastic Final Fantasy VII streams with the homie Cold Blood Sensei. As you'll see the chat getting active and stuff like that, you will see while you're watching the live stream that the code will be up there, okay? The code will be there in the stream. It'll pop up in the live chat while you're there, okay? Once you get that code, you're then going to want to go to this link right here. And that link will take you within our Discord. And it'll take you to this special thread. When you get to that thread, you'll see people put responses down there. I ain't gonna cheat. I'm not gonna cheat and give you the code. But you see people put responses down there. Just add your response to this thread and you will be entered. Here's the great thing about this too. If you go ahead and share this on social media, you will get an additional entry. So you'll get, sorry about that. You'll get a leg up on the competition. You'll get an additional entry. All right. So make sure you do that. Make sure that you click on the link to MM2K Gaming streams, to MM2K Gaming News, to the Discord, all that fun stuff, and click on that link to that thread and add that code to the thread, all right? With that said, appreciate all of y'all. Thank y'all so much for checking out this video. Good luck to everybody. And until next time, have a wonderful gaming day. Peace. Okay, you guys must not have heard me the entire time. Okay. Something is going on with OBS. I accidentally started Streamlabs OBS. I don't know if that's it, but modules are shutting off and shutting on their own. I deeply apologize for that. Hey, everybody, we're here. I'll just have to cut that out post processing. Here, now I got to do this. Now I got to open up a whole nother window because I don't know what the frick is going on with OBS. Let me do this. This is so freaking weird. Okay, hold on one second. Let me go over here to the docs. And what is that? Scene transitions. Let's get rid of that. Bring this down here. I don't know what's going on. I swear to you, I'm not lying. I'm making this shit up. This is crazy, bro. Like it's changing sources on its own and making shit active that it shouldn't be making active. Okay, all right, I think we're okay. All right, sounds like we're okay now. Here's what I showed you guys, or I meant to show you guys a stream earlier of what we were playing on the Suffer stream. So hopefully you guys are paying attention to that and checking out the Suffer streams. I'd hate to put them in just behind the members paywall, but if the members are just the only ones coming, then that's what we'll do. You know what I mean? But they're at 12 p.m. Eastern every Friday, 2 hours before we do the show. All right. Just so everybody's aware. He says, what I missed? Nope, only the trailers. Okay. So you guys, can you hear me normally now? Let me know if you can hear me normally now. I need you guys to put something in the chat. Yeah. Okay. All right. Thanks, Sean. I appreciate it, bro. All right. So yeah, we had a great time playing that. And we would like for you guys to not miss out on that. A lot of you guys say, oh, I don't get to catch it. Well, I mean, we do have our select people that are, support the platform all the time, that we tag on everything. But if you want to get all this is why I tell you, if you want to get all the notifications, what did MM2K say? He said, go to that little freaking dingy little bell on the side and select what? All. Okay. You don't trust YouTube because YouTube is just a walking, bumbling fucking experiment where they don't know what they want. Let me tell you something about Google. And I hope my friends that work at Google don't get mad at me because I've interviewed there several times. So I've been on campus. We have a site here at Pittsburgh that's like 10 minutes away from, well, no. Now that I've moved, like maybe 30 minutes away from my house. Google, for the most part, is just a breathing experiment. A lot of things don't work the way that you would expect it to work. It's a breathing experiment. So when you see something, when you see an option like, oh, it's personalized. The content that you're going to feed me is personalized. You're thinking that you're seeing a grounded, guardrailed, fully tested, fully thorough way of personalizing your experience and showing you shit that you want to see. You guys should know from experience, you miss a lot of stuff. Like there's people I listen to Reforge. I miss a lot of his content because if I just don't watch a video as soon as it goes live, YouTube's experimental algorithm, it's still experimental, thinks that I don't want to see his videos anymore. You don't want to select that personalized button. Select all. Do yourselves the hugest favor. I'm not just talking about for my content, period. If you're going to sit there and go follow a channel, select all. If the channel has too much fluff that you don't want to know about, then don't follow the channel. It's either all or nothing. Do not utilize that personalized button because it will bite you in the ass and you guys will miss out on stuff. All right. With that being said, thank you for coming through. Juice in the house. Good to see you. I'm trying to get everything. Got a little discombobulated because we were having so much fun in that suffer stream. We were running a little bit late on getting everything together here. But I definitely see y'all in the chat. We got Brigadier says, what's good, chat? We got Blue Fire Demon 44 says, yo, guys, probably a dumb question right now because of the recent drama. Is it a good idea to buy Series S because it's the cheapest way to play Monster Hunter? Okay. When it comes to Xbox, you get what you pay for. If you want the cheapest way to play a game, I believe the Monster Hunters are on GFN. I would go sign up for GFN. You don't have to sign up for Ultimate. I would sign up for NVIDIA GeForce Now, either at the $10 tier or the $20. Go look for a game. Let's do this exercise right now, y'all, because we're waiting for Cold Blood to come back to get ready, and we're gonna hop into the show. And also, too, can we get 10 likes? Can we at least get 10 likes? Can we at least get 10 likes before we get to the main show? I don't mind helping Blue Diamond, but we got to, like, again, guys are killing us. You come watch the show every week. You're participating in the show. You can't hit the like button. What are we doing here? I said, even hit the dislike button if you don't want to hit the like button. You guys ain't even doing that. Hit the like button. Come on, damn it. We need 10. Before I start this show, I got time today. Cold Blood's not even here yet. He's handling some business. He's going to hop in as soon as he's done. So I'm not starting shit until y'all hit 10. This is getting obnoxious. I love you guys, but come on, damn it. Hit 10. I'm not asking for much. Just get us to 10 freaking likes. All right. No, Blue Diamond, not a stupid question at all. It's the only reason why I sighed is because I don't want to sound like a hater. I often thank you guys for hitting 10 likes. Well, as soon as I answer Blue Demon's question, we're going to get right into the show. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's all I ask. Just hit the like button. You guys, I see you guys doing it, twerking it up, putting freaking syrup all over your bodies to do super chats and do all types of crazy shit elsewhere on other channels. I be watching y'all and they don't even acknowledge you mofos. We over here, we curtail you. You ask questions whether you support us or not, through memberships or anything. As long as you hit the subscribe button and you're in the chat, we will try our best to answer your questions like I'm about to do with Blue Demon. We're a lot more personalized. We do a lot more front facing stuff. And again, I'm not talking to the people that routinely support us. You guys know, you ladies and gents know who you are. We are highly appreciative of that. I'm talking about the people that like to lurk. If you like to lurk and you lurk every week, so what? Just hit the fucking like button. Hit the dislike button. Doesn't matter. All right. Now I'm standing 10 toes down on that shit. We got to at least get that. Okay. All right. Blue Demon. No, the reason why, my good friend, that I sighed is because I don't want to be considered a hater. This is a very important set of topics revolving around Xbox that I've been trying to cascade to gamers for years. And you've heard it. I've just been called a hater. I've been told I'm trying to placate to PlayStation, which the numerous people that have told me that don't know what the hell they're talking about because they don't understand that based upon my content, the PlayStation community would never embrace me. They'll listen to my content, but they'll never embrace me. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with no community embracing me as long as you're coming in. When there's a bunch of shit being said and you're not sure where the truth lies and you're like, okay, let me go to MM2K to find out the truth. I don't mind being that guy. I don't care. But the only reason why I side Blue Demon is because I don't want to sound like a hater, but you throw out a very important question and I'm going to give you a very honest answer. All right. In my opinion, the best thing you could do is, if you want to play Monster Hunter, if you're just worried about one game and not the collective, then don't even worry about Game Pass. I understand it's in Game Pass, but you see what you're doing. You're going to spend $300, then another 15 or 10 for Game Pass to play Monster Hunter. Just spend $10, $20 plus the price of the game, and we're going to get a cheap price for the game. Demon Hunter, if you could tell me which Monster Hunter it is, let me do that. If you want to find Monster Hunter, let's look for Monster Hunter. Which one is it? Because I'll show you right now the best way to look it up. Let's do this, and then we'll get right into the show. Yeah. Which Monster Hunter is it? Waiting for Black Friday. All right, I'm gonna put in Monster Hunter up here. All right, let's go to the web. I'm at allkeyshop.com. I'm gonna go to Monster Hunter. I'm just putting Monster Hunter in here. Is it Monster Hunter World? Is it Monster Hunter Rise? Like, look at these prices, bro. Wilds. Monster Hunter Wilds. Okay. Let me see here. Monster Hunter Wilds. So there goes Monster Hunter Wilds right there. Oh, it says, is it not on Steam? It doesn't look like, oh, I don't see it. Monster Hunter Wilds, unless, do I not have the title right, y'all? Let me know if I don't have the title right. Let me know if I don't have this title right. Because I'm not showing any keys for PC, which that doesn't make any sense unless it's not on PC. Monster Hunter.
Also, it's not out yet.
Oh, it's not out yet. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Well, okay. I don't know what the retail price is going to be for Monster Hunter Wilds. When it comes out, you're going to definitely get a cheaper price for it here. And it's likely going to be on GFN. The other Monster Hunters are on there now. Let me just type in. You guys can't see this, but I'm going to go to GFN right now. Monster Hunter, and see. Yeah. We got Rise, World, and Sunbreak is on GFN. I would assume that Wilds, again, I don't know for sure. I would assume that Wilds is on there. So here's my suggestion. Like, just keep the money to the side. Normally, because of how GFN makes its announcements, I would just wait until GFN makes its announcements on Thursdays. When is this game? Let me look it up. When is Monster Hunter Wilds release date? Let's see when it's supposed to release.
2025 without an actual release date.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, yeah. Then we're well ahead of time. It's a future game. Okay. Yeah. No, don't. I would just wait. If you're trying to figure out the best place to play Monster Hunter Wilds, and you're just trying to figure that out, I would just wait. Like, for me personally, I want the best performance. And if you're doing all this, like, I don't know what you play on now, but if you're doing all this for Monster Hunter Wilds, just wait, because your cheapest option is to buy it on PC and then play it on GFN. That's actually your cheapest option. If you ask me, what is your definitive platform that you definitely need? Like if you only had to pick one, especially if price is of a concern to you. If we're talking overall platform and price is a concern to you, I'm picking PlayStation 5. Because with PlayStation 5, you know every game is coming there. But if it's just for a singular game that's coming to PC that's most likely going to be on GFN, your best option would be for that singular game, wait till the GFN announcement is wait until the announcement of the game comes, we get a date, see if GFN announces the game, and if you got to have the game day one and it's not announced for GFN, like I would think that GFN would be smart enough to know that we're not going to wait the day of and do like a shadow announcement. We're going to announce it like a month in advance. If they do that and you know it's coming there, that's why I would get it. But if they haven't made that announcement, you want to know where you can play it day and date definitively, I would get a PlayStation 4. I would get a PlayStation 4 digital. Even though it's cheaper, Demon Fire, it's all right, man. Even though it's cheaper on Xbox, you get what you pay for. You're not even getting what you pay for there. You're not even getting what you pay for. Do not fall into that trap. Because I just can't see spending $250 like people are saying, oh, you can get it for $150. I don't see spending $150, $250 up front for just one game for a platform that essentially is so useless. Like you're better off trying to get a PlayStation 5 digital for a discount. I think a PlayStation 5 is essential in any gaming portfolio.
I just noticed you said something in the chat.
Thank you for that. I'm so sorry. Oh my God. Hold on. That is crazy. Okay. So we can't hear you. Okay, let me try something. I'm gonna temporarily stop this stream, and see, that's gonna fuck us up too here, because if something's copyright, oh
my man, that bear game is not copyright, bro, trust me. Who the fuck cares?
No, I'm wondering how long it was doing that shit.
But I mean, we still was talking, so
let me see.
We talked over it.
Properties. What's going on with this?
For about 2 minutes. Oh my God.
All right, let me do something. I'm going to stop this for a second, and I got to close OBS, and then I'm going to start it back up. So don't go anywhere. You'll see like buffering for a little bit, y'all. But I need to stop this because something's happening here, and I don't understand why. So, oh my God. All right, hopefully we're back.
It's good now.
It's good. Okay. Sorry about that, y'all. Again, if you are looking to create content, do not use Streamlabs OBS. I have no choice because we're I'm trying to, all of our like graphics and shit where we're showing what you guys are doing and stuff like that. Like for the members support and stuff like that, I got to use Streamlabs in order to make that happen. So I have to keep Streamlabs installed, which sucks. But opposite of that, do not get Streamlabs OBS. Do not get it. Anyway, yeah. So what I was saying, Cold Blood, in response to what you were saying is, yeah, even if it is $100, if Demon Fire is playing on even if Demon Fire is playing on Xbox, I mean on GFN, and they're playing on the $10 tier. Well, that's 10 months before they reach the price of what it's going to be elsewhere. You know what I mean? And so I just don't think that the investment, and then there's other games. I don't think a Series S is worth the investment. If you get it for free, knock yourselves out. Fine. That's different. But I just don't think it's worth the investment because, number one, we're hearing all this wiffly waffly stuff from Xbox about how they're going to do preservation of games in the library. Like, I think they're wholeheartedly going to go to this like Streambox hybrid / handheld thing. I think they're going to attempt it. And I don't know how long they're going to stick with it. I mean, our whole show is about them not sticking with shit. You know what I'm saying? So they're and them saying stuff like it's being rumored that they're talking about they're already talking behind the scenes about not putting Call of Duty on Game Pass day and date. Now, granted, you know what I'm saying? They keep coming on these shows and they're saying it, but what's stopping you from doing it now? Like, you can't go get an old. Like, is there any Call of Duties in Game Pass? Y'all know? I don't think there is. You can't go 2 or 3 versions older just to try it out. Like, what's the problem? The problem is that the bigwigs at Microsoft are kind of like, you know what? We ain't digging this. And you got to prove to us why this is a good idea. And Xbox, they haven't totally said no yet. So Xbox is using that leverage to tell y'all, no, we're looking to do it. We're still looking to do it because it's not official yet. But why isn't even an old Call of Duty on there? Right? Why isn't even an older Call of Duty? Like, which one? Because I don't play Call of Duty Cold Blood. Which was that Call of Duty that got the big ass boost because they opened the servers again? Wasn't that Black Ops 3 or some shit?
I think it was Black Ops 1 or 2.
Black Ops 1, okay. They're like the 360. Like, why isn't that on Game Pass? Like, you're telling me you can't...
They'd rather make them pay for it.
Exactly. Look, it's simple economics. And y'all were sitting there telling me and Cold Blood for a while now. And I'm talking about even before Cold Blood got into on the panel. Y'all would see what he would say in the chat. Y'all would hear what I was saying live. And y'all was calling this an RIP Xbox podcast. And y'all were calling us haters. Do we like to kick Xbox when they're down? Sure. Well, who doesn't? You know, do we like to make fun of Xbox? Sure. Because they make fun of themselves. Who the fuck says, you know what? We have to get rid of Tango because we need more games like what Tango made. what Tango made successfully for us. That's essentially what Matt Booty said. Like, we need smaller games that sell well and win awards. Ding dong, the witch is dead. Isn't that not what the fuck Hi-Fi Rush did? It's like he don't even know that it's like, did he not know that Tango made the game and shit? So I wouldn't trust game preservation with them at all. This has nothing to do with Phil, even though I don't trust him as far as I can throw him, or Sarah Bond, or even Matt Booty, who I don't have any confidence in. It has nothing to do with any of them. This is the fact that they spent $100 billion, y'all, for these acquisitions, and Microsoft, Big Daddy, is coming for the check. They let y'all sit in the loft and in the condominium rent free for years. Now they want their pay. Now it's a shakedown. And don't let these mugs at Xbox that ain't gonna have the final say, don't let them convince you that everything is okay. I don't trust the Series S at all, not just because of its performance, But if you go buy games there and start building a library there, and then they go to this all digital thing where they have yet to discover a way to carry over that library to this cloud hybrid library because it's two different systems, I don't trust them to follow it through or follow it through in a way that'll benefit you. So you'd be better off, in my opinion, going elsewhere building your library if you're looking for a console or a platform. Meaning, I think PlayStation 5 is your best bet. They're going to be getting in the cloud. Actually, their cloud is better than Xbox's right now. It's just not. It just doesn't have as much content. But their PlayStation 5 cloud is better. They're all the shit that Microsoft is going to be getting into. Trust me, they're going to be doing it too. They just aren't not taking the lead and talking about it. PlayStation is more thorough. Before they start opening their fucking mouths, they make sure that the shit works on their end first. Microsoft likes to sell you their dreams. PlayStation likes to sell you quality. So all this shit that Microsoft is doing, PlayStation is going to be doing too. So that's why I said you're better off going with PlayStation and building your library there. I would trust my library there. Now, as far as cloud gaming is concerned, lot less, I would say a lot less secure, but I trust in them more than I trust in Microsoft. I trust in GFN more than I trust in Microsoft. Not saying something. Nothing against GFN, but it's their main business is native, components and even AI. But I trust them with GFN more than I trust whatever Microsoft is saying they're going to do. So you're better off, secondly, to a PlayStation, building your library on PC and using one of these cloud conduits to play that PC library. Microsoft is at the bottom. That's why I'm saying, even though the unit would be $150, I would not build a console library. I wouldn't build a console library on a Microsoft platform. I wouldn't build it. I don't trust it on a Microsoft console platform. If you want to use whatever these future handhelds or the future streaming box based off of a PC library, then fine, that's different. You're not running a risk. But I would not buy anything on an exclusive Microsoft library that's tethered to the console. I would even say if you want to buy something on Windows, which Windows is crappy in the Windows store, Windows is a lot more solid. Battle.net is going to be a lot more solid than the Xbox console library. I don't feel comfortable building a library there for anybody. And if you get a Series S, Demon Fire, that's what you're doing. So that's why I kind of gas. I mean, Cold Blood isn't wrong. If you're getting Monster Hunter Wilds, you're going to be playing that game for a while. You could be playing it for years. So by the time we go into like month 36, you've done tripled the amount in GFN subscriptions that you would have paid.
Actually, my actual advice is wait till the PS5 Pro comes out, get that motherfucker.
Yeah.
And you're good for the whole generation plus maybe 1 or 2 years on top of that, at least.
Into the next. I agree.
Yeah.
It depends on the price.
Of course. That whole shit, no gamer left behind is going to come back again next year.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's bullshit. If that makes sense, Demon Fire. I hope that makes sense. He said, could you repeat what you wanted to say? He says, yeah, y'all think Xbox should go PC hybrid route, kind of like the Steam? No, it's not what I think they should do. That's what it appears that they're going to do. Why? It appears they're going to do that because they can't sell games in a closed ecosystem, meaning that Xbox, that's a closed ecosystem. Nobody sees value in buying an Xbox and buying games that are exclusive to that box. And that's what essentially you'll be doing. So what I think Xbox wants to do is they're pushing their brand up to be about the game, not the platform. They're going to have ways that you can interact with their games like a handheld, like a stream box, but they are more about the games and the service. So when you buy a console, you are buying a console that only allows you to play Xbox games. Now, granted, you can play GFN games on the console too. You know what I'm saying? But when you buy games, when you buy the Xbox version of the game, you can only play that Xbox version of the game on the Xbox console, or if it's in Game Pass, you can play it in game if you got Game Pass Ultimate. But you see how you're limited, opposed to PlayStation 5. They're not in a dire situation like Xbox. They can be trusted the most as far as having a closed ecosystem. Hell, even the Switch, which, you know, you got to make sacrifices there. If you're looking for a cheap way to play, I'm not sure if Monster Hunter Wilds is coming to the Switch. You're better off going to the Switch. You know what I mean? So it's not, do I think they're going to do, it's what they're, it's, or do we think they should do that? And that's what they're leaning to do. Why? Because they can't sell a catalog in a closed ecosystem. So they just want to make a device like a NVIDIA Shield, like a Steam Deck, that's not about necessarily just their store. It's about every store that's available, that's willing to work with them, and them just selling the device, or them just using that device as a way to sell their games too. Holomarco says Tango Arcane wouldn't be shut down if it wasn't for the buyout. Yeah, I totally agree with that. And Cobra, if you're a member, I hope you guys did yourself a huge favor and you guys listened to our member stream yesterday. We talked about what we're getting into, and then we also dissected, which we're not going to do wholly. We might pick parts out, but we looked at Paris Lilly of Gamertag Radio. And we looked at his response in this because it was a very interesting response of his, because we feel like he's been capping for Xbox. I personally feel, again, this is just my opinion, I feel he was doing it, you know, as a personal benefit. I don't think that he feels that Xbox is as valuable as he says it is. It just doesn't make sense to me. I'm just knowing his history. Shout out to Sean for the $5. He said, hold on, MM. I bought Persona 3 Reloaded and it's play anywhere. PC console, the PC console version. So if you bought it on Xbox and it's play anywhere, that is fantastic. How many games are like that though? How many Xbox games are like that? So you see what I'm saying about buying the library opposed to a one-off? How many games are like that? That's awesome. They were able to strike that deal with Sega. I mean, it sounds like that when it comes to Sega, they've struck a pretty substantial deal, and you can rely on Sega to work with them for as long as that deal exists. That's the question. How long does that deal exist? I don't know. Do you know, Cold Blood? I don't know how long that. I don't even know the details of the deal. We just see sign. The deal that apparently Sega has with Xbox.
But that shit is probably forever until Xbox is dead.
Okay, so it's until next month. It's until the summer.
Like, bro, look, they use Sega as a fucking selling point for Game Pass, and they don't give a fuck. Like they take the money. Yeah. Sega, so they're giving them a substantial amount of money. Sega's taking it. You know what I'm saying? That's just my question, Sean, is how, okay, that's Sega. If we were talking about a Sega game, okay, there would be some weight there. We're talking about Capcom. You know what I mean? I don't see that level of dedication. I don't see that type of partnership with them. We got Andrew Wilkinson house. He says, most people that buy Nintendo hardware don't play it. Nintendo shouldn't waste time at making powerful hardware. Yeah, I mean, I don't know about that. Everybody that I know that has, I mean, that's not me. It's not me. Nothing against those folks. I'm not trying to make fun of those folks. Cold Blood likes his Switch. He enjoys his Switch games to a degree. Everybody I know that has a Switch that's into those games, they love it. Like, I'm not gonna dog the Switch because I'm I can look at things from 5,000 feet and say no, that's not for me at all. But I won't dog them.
Well, the Switch is definitely too weak for Monster Hunter Wilds, bro.
Okay.
That's not apparently. It is definitely not enough.
Yeah. So yeah, if they would have, yeah. But we've never done we didn't even do a formal intro. Cold Blood, how you doing, man? Let's get into that. I mean, we're already in the thick of the show. How you doing, brother?
Just look at my profile pic and you know how.
Hold on. Which one on Discord? Oh, I got to get rid of this damn Discord mode. Hold on.
Oh, you already have. It's good.
Okay. Let me see.
That's how I feel right now towards Microsoft.
Where's the Cold Blood? You got that? You got the thingy too? Yeah, everybody's got that. Who made that? I wonder who made that. Let me see. Blue Fire Demon says, I mean, if you can play xCloud in the browser, then we could say yes, no. Yeah, but it's not. That's there's caveats to that. Game Pass is guaranteed on the browser, not Xbox games. Like when you go buy Monster Hunter Wilds, I don't think that's going to be in Game Pass, my friend. So, yeah, that's not Play Anywhere. Now they're talking about making a la carte purchases available. That's just talk. When we get to that point to where they say, yeah, the a la carte purchases are here. You know what I mean? And that is true. Games leave Game Pass though. Yeah, so it's not Play Anywhere. Like this is a deal to make what Sean was talking about was a deal to make Persona 3 available Play Anywhere. You buy it one place, you play it anywhere. That's awesome. That's cool. And I like that. I wish they could have done more of that, and then I wish they could have added better games along with that. You know what I mean? All right. That being said, cool, Cold Blood. Feeling good. We had a hell of a stream with that torture stream. Oh man, fighting chickens. I mean, hey, look. I guess fighting chickens and cows and black pigs ain't so bad.
Well, just show them a snippet of it, bro.
Yeah, let me get it on the screen. That's what I was like trying to do before shit started going haywire.
Bro.
Do it in the what?
Cow boss. The cow boss.
The cow boss. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah. That's some bullshit, bro.
Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Let me go to the channel. YouTube. Come on, YouTube channel. Come on, you can do it. I it's okay, YouTube. All right, here. So hold on, let me go back. I just got to show you guys. I'm very proud of this thumbnail because it just looks chaotic. Hold on, let's go to the web. All right, so here goes the stream right here. Dumpster beer. There it goes right there. Foamy Friday. So and here we go. Let me see if I can find the cow match. That cow fight was fucking insane.
I think you're already too far,
right
bro. No?
There you go.
That the cow?
There. Oh no, that's the pig one. Big was fucking me up, man. Let me see if I can find the cow one. Oh shit. Oh no, here goes the cow one. Here goes the cow fight.
Turn on the sound, bro.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Yeah. That cow fight was fucking me up. Here it goes. They both were fucking me up. Now it's yeah, something's going on. It ain't my internet. It's YouTube. Okay. Fucking around, man. Okay, it's not lit. Here goes the cow. And I want to show y'all what happens at the end, which is fucking gross. But you gotta watch the stream. I'm not gonna spoil that for you. This game is just utterly ridiculous. Yeah, so that's the type of weird.
Gotcha,
there it goes.
bastard.
No, I can't show y'all the rest. I'm not gonna spoil it. Y'all gotta take y'all asses to the stream and check it out. But yeah, that was dumpster beer, epic dumpster beer 1.5 DX. Y'all gotta go watch that shit over there. Oh man, crazy stuff. Yeah, and that's the type of stuff that we do over there. We just talking shit. They're making fun of me. They're like, Moss, why are you getting your ass kicked by a cow? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on here? We have a good time just talking shit, laughing at these games. People laughing at me getting frustrated and raging at some points because they're like, why are you having so much difficulty with these games? It's funny stuff, especially the Peppa Pig streams. Oh my God. Those are just classic. He says, what's this? This is Epic Dumpster Beer 1.5 DX. It's $5 on the PlayStation Store. It's actually, it's like the most hilarious thing out there. It's not just the gameplay, like the story behind it about the bear and fighting the Canadian government.
It's actually kind of resembling what we're talking right now about corporate shit, bro.
Oh yeah, about corporate greed and shit. Like he's fighting corporate greed and the Canadian government. It's fucking wacko as hell. You watch my stream and you'll see what I'm talking about. Like my stream is like almost a 2-hour endorsement of why if you want a crazy laugh, for a cheap laugh for $5, yeah, you get this game. And actually, I will say for a platformer, it's not bad. It's just the theme and the aesthetic of it is ridiculous. The story is just fucking hilarious. But as an actual game, like, you know, challenging to an extent and, you know, actually getting through the levels, it's not bad. It's not, well, I've seen worse. I'll put it like that. He says, look at that beautiful God of War combat gameplay, the best. Sean says, I'm dead. Y'all got to see it for yourselves. All right, let's get into this. I don't have any honorable mentions. Like our topics today are going to be Microsoft and this bullshit that's happening. We want to talk about Sony and their battle for PC. Like when the PC Master Race thought that they had finally convinced Sony, you know, to just do their bidding. Sony was like, okay, you got your rocks off with Helldivers 2, but guess what? We're doing our shit again. So we're going to talk about that battle between them two. And then lastly, I want to talk about Capcom, man. You know, despite my ill grievings about Dragon's Dogma, Capcom is the only big ticket company out here that has done something. Wait till I break down what they've done to you, even during the pandemic. So I'm trying to get understanding of how this is happening. So we're going to talk about that. All right. But Cold Blood, I don't have any honorable mention shit to talk about. Is there anything you can think of outside of those 3 topics that's happening in the gaming space worth talking about?
Yeah, Stellar Blade being a fucking success.
Oh yeah. Well, is there a link about that? I missed that amidst all this crazy shit. Me running around taking.
No, but I just find it funny that this whole controversy really didn't do shit with the game.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yep. Stellar Blade. When you have a great game, that just proves to show that either way, this is my opinion, and you tell me what you think, Cold Blood. My opinion is, I don't think these over the top political agendas belong in gaming, right? But I also don't believe that this fake outrage belongs in gaming either. Like either or needs to be blown to the wayside and blown to bits. And I'm happy to see gamers are doing that. So if you're standing on one mountain talking about, yeah, this, my political agenda, this, that, and people are like, nah, get the fuck out of here. And then even on the other mountain, on the other side, yeah, you should be outraged of this because we feel like they signed this petition. And gamers are like, nah, get the fuck out of here. And they're sitting right in the middle. And they're like, we just want great games and great experiences. And anything that's going to compromise that, we're going to backhand. And I think Stellar Blade is a testament to that. We're not even talking about the jiggle physics anymore. We're talking about the pure gameplay. And I think that's a great thing. I don't know what you think about all this, Cold Blood, but those are my thoughts.
No, you already nailed it. I got nothing to add to that. I mean, awesome fucking game, did not deserve the 82 at all. I think it should have been closer to 90, like an 88.
A lot of people say that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not finished yet, but I am definitely close. I got 50 hours almost in the game now,
Yep.
I think.
Yep.
But then in another news, I sent you something else on Discord.
Oh, okay. Let me see here.
The opposite of Stellar Blade.
Shit. Why are you doing this, Cold Blood? Cold-blooded. I mean, wow.
No, they wanted to talk sales all the time, right? So we're talking sales. And player counts and user reviews. Like Stellar Blade has one of the highest user reviews ever for a game on Metacritic.
Link. It won't let me do it. Let me see if I can. How can I pop this up? Open in browser. There we go. All right. Cold-blooded. There you go. There it goes. Forza Motorsport. 593 in game. That shit just came out a couple months ago. God damn. Look at that user score too. God damn. Are they next? If for those of y'all that are capping, like J Gaming, we see you in there. I guess you took a breath from that AI program, your crap gamer AI program. You took a breather from that shit. I saw your goofy ass question out there. Well, how about this? What's going on with that? You okay with Turn 10, whoever did Motorsport? You okay with them being axed next? Because what did Microsoft say? They said they want games that have high impact. This don't look like no high impact to me. Look at the smiley face. That motherfucker look like ain't happy. Look at that smiley face. Look at that smiley face. 41.63%. Do you have an answer for that? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I don't. Yeah, I mean, I want to again ask you guys.
Jay, you don't even care about Helldivers, so what the fuck are you talking about? If you don't care about this game, you don't care about nothing, bro. Shut the fuck up.
Oh, he said.
Never cared for that game, so yes, I'm okay. You don't care about Helldivers either, but you pretend like you do. And you want us to care. Like, no, I don't give a shit if PC players don't get access to this game.
I think Jay.
I'm primarily a console player.
Mm-hmm.
So if PC dudes have problems with shit, so the fuck what? They have to handle that shit. I told you many times, if Sony gets backlash for this, they have to care about that, not me, not Moss.
Yep. I don't work there. They're not sending me a check for shit. They're not sending me shit. I think Jay Gaming in real life has a dominatrix, someone that just chains them up and whips the shit out of them. And he comes here whenever I guess they're on vacation, so we can whip the shit out of him here. I don't know. He comes here to contradict himself. One week it's like he stands for this. The next week he stands for that. It doesn't jive, Jay. Like Cold Blood said. If you don't care about Forza and you don't want to talk about it, why the fuck should we talk about Helldivers 2 when you don't care about that? We can't be your dominatrix. Geek said, I'm good with PlayStation games coming to PC even if a year later. Yeah, I'm not upset about. We'll get into that. Geek to see.
And look, I absolutely respect everyone that says that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Sony dug that hole themselves.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Jay. Congratulations. Because you have 60 hours and are not affected whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that was your 5 minutes of fame.
That's it. Now it's over.
Yep.
Now it's over. So let's do this. All right. Let's start getting into these topics. Definitely. So topic number one is let's see here. Microsoft taking over Xbox? What do we mean here? Well, let's tell the story. Longtime employees and founders of Xbox assert that Xbox is effectively becoming Microsoft Gaming due to recent changes within the company. All right, and for those that have been living under a rock, those changes have been their approach to the platform, the lack of care and concern of consoles, and the consoles just being pushed to the side, and even Amy Hood just admitting in the last investor call, oh yeah, there's sharp declines here, and there's going to be even more. Like, in other words, saying we expect more because we're not doing shit else to change that. We don't give a fuck anymore, right? And then their release, more notably, of Tango Gameworks and even Arcane. And then coming out after getting rid of Tango Gameworks and saying, oh, we want games that are smaller, have higher impact, and win awards. But you get rid of the studio. What really the only studio outside of maybe, well, the Sea of Thieves ain't one shit. So Sea of Thieves don't even fit that litmus. So you get rid of the only studio that's checked all those boxes for you recently, as far as what I can remember. Xbox's identity shift is being highlighted by Phil Spencer, indicating a departure from its traditional Xbox roots. Speculation by industry insiders suggests that recent strategic decisions are likely driven by board-level considerations, rather solely by Phil Spencer, as I was mentioning earlier. So here goes my questions for Cold Blood. You know, I like to pepper him with questions and get his insight on what the frick might be going on here. Cold Blood. Okay, you know what? Before I do that, let me play this. This is a clip. Now that our internet portion of the show, even now that that's working correctly, this is something I want to play for the community. In case you didn't see this, hold on, let me mute this. So apparently Sarah Bond was on Bloomberg's live show yesterday. They threw her ass out there and said, "You better get out there and get this shit together."
That face says it all.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Yeah.
That's it. Oh my God.
She looked like a hostage in a bank holdup that was sent out there to negotiate the rest of her family coming out with her and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what she looked like. She looked like she's a hostage, bro. But during this event last night, Sarah Bond was asked a very poignant question about their release of Tango Gameworks and what does that mean within the confidence of Xbox sticking with their studios, and is this a legit way of rewarding people that done what the fuck you told them to do and so forth. Very simple question that you would have expected a very simple answer for, whether you agreed with it or not. Listen to what was actually said, or how this question was answered. All right. So we're going to do this. Now we're going to do this. Go ahead and just listen. Let me remove this temporarily. Let's listen.
I think one of the things that was most upsetting both to Xbox gamers and to employees is that, one of the shuttered studios in particular just created a hit game, did really well on Game Pass in terms of engagement, and won a ton of awards. Shouldn't succeeding in that way ensure the future of a studio?
One of the things I really love about the games industry is it's a creative art form. And it means that the situation and what success is for each game and studio is also really unique. Like, there's no one size fits all to it for us. And so we look at each studio, each game team, and we look at a whole variety of factors when we're faced with sort of making decisions and trade-offs like that. But it all comes back to our long-term commitment to the games we create, the devices we build, the services, and ensuring that we're setting ourselves up to be able to deliver on those promises.
Okay. Sarah, nothing against you. You've been put in a very compromising position, but what the fuck did you just say? Like, what do you, like?
Look, I wanted to just say she can talk a lot and say absolutely nothing.
Say, just like Phil.
Yeah, that is a talent, bro, that you only get about being taught by the fucking snake himself.
Just like Phil.
Like, that is snake talk from Phil, bro.
Snake oil, yeah. She like I want to go back to this part, Cold Blood. Hold on, let me see. When she starts answering the question, and I want to talk through it. Okay, so let's do it.
In that way, ensure the future of a studio?
One of the things I really love about the games,
You see that fake? Like, one of the things that I really, really love about, like, she was swallowing her tonsils and shit. Like, bro, the uncomfortable.
She's constipated, bro.
Yeah, bro. That was the most cringiest reaction. Let's watch it again.
Love about the games. One of the things I really love about the games industry.
If you said, look, let's just say, for instance, you were in a relationship with somebody and you just had doubts, you got a decision to make. You're like, oh, I don't know if this relationship is going to work. I either need to move on, or I'm going to double down on this relationship, but I need you to instill confidence in me. You ask the other person, do you love me? And if they responded to you like, I really love you very much, I don't think you're staying. Like, there it goes again. look at that face. Look at this face. This is a face that she made in respect, and before she said she loved something.
Look, the sister was put into Xbox at a very bad time. Mm-hmm. I understand this. But for you, that's a promotion.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
You're the president of that motherfucker now. So if you cannot Phil talk your ass out of this, I don't know. Maybe it's not a job for you then.
Let's look at this again. Yeah.
That like I said from the beginning, they're gonna make her the fucking scapegoat.
I don't think that she should be in this job either. I'm not saying she's not talented, but I think like from maybe like a marketing, I think she's good with the.
Look,
go ahead.
She got dealt the worst fucking hand you can. You can deal, bro.
Yeah.
Like no way she win in this situation. Mm-hmm. Like if she's gonna tell them the fucking truth, we just cut them motherfuckers because they don't sell games, bro.
Yeah.
If she could tell it how it is, bro, I'd be glad. But she'd be fired immediately.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, like that motherfucker, like that Helldiver CM and shit. Yeah, like, bro. I'm with you 100%. You are 1,000% right. And what I'm about to say, I don't want it to sound like I'm counteracting that or I'm debating that. That's 1,000% right. I'm just going to say, in addition to that, y'all may not agree. Cold Blood may not agree. In my opinion, they talk about, Phil was given such a bad position from Donnie D. He had so much mess to clean up. I actually think that she's been put in a worse position than Phil was trying to come up after Donnie D.
What? Who said that?
What?
No, who said that Phil had it worse?
Oh, they're saying that all the time, bro. These bots out here, and excuse me for me using the derogatory Xbox, but these bots out here, that's all they say. Phil saved Xbox. He had to clean up so much mess from Donnie D. No.
You dirty fucking liars. I swear to God. Phil got dealt the best hand when he got promoted. Like, bro, he put the Kinect out of the console. Like, everybody cheered him on for that bullshit.
Yeah.
He said, no more TV. He got rid of that shit real quick. Mm-hmm. He had it very easy. He just had to remove everything bad from Xbox One. But then
motherfuckers need to clap.
He fucked up for 10 years straight.
Yep.
Said, okay, I'm now the head of gaming, and you're the motherfucker that's gonna be sitting there and telling lies for Xbox now.
Yeah. Like, all
after 10 years of bullshit.
I never even looked at it that way. Like, I mean, it's true. I never believed the bullshit, the spin that he had it so bad. Because he didn't have it bad. You know who had it bad? Seamus Blackley and them that had to make Xbox even look like a reasonable game. You know what I'm saying? Peter Moore and them. They had a challenge. Like Cold Blood just said, when you think about it, all Phil had to do was just go out there and say, everything that this dude before me said is wrong. That's it. That's all you had to do. And then get back to business into making great games. That's all you had to do. So he had it the easiest. This dude that said that if you want to go online, you got to play 360, and this dude that was trying to sell you this Connect, it was all wrong. We're going to start. Of course, there's going to be some people that are still leery that already invested in the PlayStation 4, but that doesn't mean that the Xbox was totally off the chart. The Xbox didn't start losing handedly until they started seeing that under Phil's leadership, it's not getting any better. It's actually getting worse.
I mean, what can she actually do now? Like back then, Phil Spencer had way more power than she has right now.
Mm-hmm.
Bruh. Yeah. She ain't doing shit, but only standing there for Phil now.
Dude. Like, just look at this. Again, look at this. This is what her expression was before she talked about something she loved. Hold on, let's hear it again.
One of the things I really love about the games.
Bruh! I've never seen. Look, if someone told you do you love me? And this was the response, I really love you. You're like, hold on, who are you sleeping with? You gotta be sleeping with somebody to respond like that. Look at this.
One of the things I really love about the games industry is it's a creative.
Come on, man. Oh, let me put the music back on. Come on, man. Like, yeah, all that chilling
it's not fair. It's not fair that she has to sit there instead of Phil or Matt right now.
I agree. I totally agree.
But unfortunately, she has the title of president of Xbox.
Yeah, and she accepted it. She accepted it. But it's bad. She knew what she should, or if she didn't know, she should have asked somebody. She should have known what she was walking into. She's the one that got it bad. Seamus Blackley and them trying to get Xbox off the ground had it bad. Phil, like Cold Blood just perfectly illustrated, he had it good. All this motherfucker had to do was come out there and say, you know what, the guy before me that got y'all riled up, he was wrong. He was wrong, and that's what he did. He was wrong. We're taking away the Connect. We're dumping this DRM shit. We're going to go back to what made us great. He was right. I mean, Cold Blood is right. Crazy. Insane, man. Insane stuff.
Okay, I say one more thing about J Gaming.
Go ahead.
Dude, it's right now we're not talking about how much money she gets for this.
Yeah.
We are talking about who the fuck should be sitting there right now.
Mm-hmm.
And standing trial, because she did not decide all that BS. She for sure did not decide that Tango and everybody else has to go. That was Phil and Satya.
Yeah, that's the studios. That's Phil, Satya, and even Matt Booty. She has nothing to do with the studios.
Yeah,
she
but
works on the
she
platform.
stands trial for this now. Yeah, you understand that, right?
Yep.
Sure, she gets a lot of money doing that right now.
Mm-hmm.
But bro, like I said, it's very unfair how they put her into that position, bro.
And
I mean, okay, I agree with you. She should be there. Yeah, she is the president of Xbox, but she should not be alone responsible for talking out of Phil's ass now.
Yeah. Because let me just say this too. And then again, we're gonna swat Jay away. Jay, we remember what you say from week to week. We don't. This is not Xbox land where you guys make a new narrative every 5 minutes, or like how Phil Spencer, what he says in 2020, ignore that because this is 2021 now. What I said in June, forget it because this is July now. We don't operate like that. We remember. We actually have functioning brains here. You just, what was it, last show or the show before, talked about how you don't care about the business side, right? So if you don't care about that business, yeah, Moss, I don't care about the business. If you don't care about it, what the fuck does your salary got to do with this? That's business shit that ain't got nothing to do with the gaming shit that we're talking about and the misinformation on the gaming shit that we're getting and how she wasn't responsible for that. Even though she signed up for it, yes, she's getting paid to, be a spokesperson for the Xbox platform. And even if they put her on Bloomberg, she knows she's going to get this question and she should have been better equipped to answer it. The fact of the matter is that she even has to deal with this is because of other people that are getting paid higher than her that ain't answering for this shit. Phil Spencer's nowhere to be fucking found. And it's like what we were telling you. He's simply using them as a shield for his fuckery. And he doesn't want to answer, and they don't want to answer to it. And my thing is, if she's there, all right, fine. Phil, you ain't got to be there. Sachi, you ain't got to be there. Where the fuck is Matt Booty at? Yep. Where's Matt Booty?
That motherfucker is ass guilty.
Bruh! Where's he at? Xbox is about everything but accountability, bro. Everything but accountability. Those are the game people. Like, again,
no. Look,
go ahead.
Phil takes it all on the chin. His chin is fucking 5,000 tons at this point, bro.
Yeah.
How much he took on the chin. It's a miracle he can still look up after that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I agree with Not Your Mother. Do you see what Not Your Mother? See, this is why y'all need hit that like button, please. This is why y'all need to keep coming here. And even if you don't just listen to me in cold blood, the people in the chat will set you free. Not Your Mother says, oh god damn it, his comment ain't pop up yet on the thing. But Not Your Mother hit it right on the nail. Where the fuck is Matt Booty at? Like, okay, if you don't, where's the org chart, man? Where's the org chart? Y'all don't understand what we're talking about because y'all don't know the specifics. New Xbox org chart. Here it goes. Here that motherfucker go. Let's see, share, copy.
You're looking forward to IGN's interview with Phil Spencer?
Yeah, I want to see this shit. All right.
So how much Phil talk are we gonna hear this time?
And bruh, here's the thing about that sit down with Phil. They're doing it together. So it's prepared. You notice how in order for Phil to do this, it had to be prepared because they're doing this together. Ryan McCaffrey is not asking him any fucking tough questions. These are questions, they're running this together. The questions are going to be prepared in all likelihood. That means the person that's responsible for the decision making doesn't have to answer up. The guy that he's put in charge of this directly doesn't have to answer up. But the motherfucker that's there to just wave and talk to the fans and look at ways of developing the platform, not the games in the studios, the platform has to answer for this. I'm not saying that her hands are clean and she doesn't have to answer to anything, but you see how Xbox is dodging accountability? Because Phil should be asked those questions. And if Ryan doesn't ask that question in a more poignant way, and if it isn't prepared, if it's prepared and it's not poignant, then that's them dodging responsibility. Here goes the org chart.
But wait, isn't that already outdated because Bobby is gone?
Yeah, Bobby is gone, and then whatever he had is under Matt Booty. They didn't put a new org chart out here.
But then he has a much bigger role now.
Exactly.
He has now the biggest part of Xbox gaming.
And even on this org chart, they got him higher than Sarah because his role is so big. Where the fuck is Matt Booty at? Where's he at?
Shitting himself on the time, bro.
The fuck? Shout out to Jazz in the chat. He said Booty getting his ass waxed. He's somewhere. Sitting there eating sushi. He's probably, oh man, I feel bad for Sarah. You know what I'm saying? Getting the pedicure and shit. Yeah, oh man, it's fucked up for her, right, Phil? But that's them dodging responsibility. Because if she fucks up, again, this is not a pity party for Sarah. It's kind of fucked up to throw in there, but she knew what she was in for. But see how it's, because if you throw her out there and she fucks up, they can say, well, it's okay because, they can feel like they can still dodge it. It's okay because, Sarah just handles the platform. She doesn't really make the decision, even though, we got to own it together as a company and as the execs here. But we made the decisions. So even if she did get flustered, and look constipated talking about what she loves and shit. You know what I mean? Like she looked like someone just fucking smashed a bag full of snails and just dumped it down her mouth and shit before she answered that question. Look at this. Matt Booty's above her. He nowhere to be found because I don't want to put the people responsible for this in front of you. That's why. Because Matt had to answer that, and Matt looked like he just swallowed a bunch of smashed snails, then the impact would be far worse. That's Microsoft averting responsibility again, as they always do. Geek the Sneak says, at this point, I just think he's a spokesperson. What you talking about, Matt Booty? I don't know. Matt Booty is, we've seen from the emails from the FTC trial, Matt himself is a force to be reckoned with on behalf of Phil. He's the one that sent that email when Tim Stewart, I think was it Tim Stewart or someone else, was like, look, here we got NVIDIA GeForce Now that wants to pay for a license. Or was it Booster Ward? Somebody like, yeah, Booster Ward or somebody. They would like to, see what it costs to license out our games on their platform. And Matt was like, fuck them. I'm not giving them shit. They're a competing platform. Fuck them. We're not, yank all that shit. No. He was talking about yanking the shit off of there. Yank that shit off of there. And then when it came to Booster Ward, he originally said no. You see how, that's why I said you can't believe these motherfuckers. You see how at first, before regulators stepped in, how they treated these competing platforms?
I wish they still did. I wish he had that fucking mentality right now. That he wants to outspend Sony, that he wants to absolutely fuck them in the ass. Like, where's that booty at right now?
He's lying on the ground with his neck under Satya's boot.
Yep. Exactly.
You know why? And again, people are like, well, then why aren't you blaming Satya? Satya doesn't even enter the conversation this forcefully if they succeeded at what the fuck they were supposed to do. Say, for instance, me and Cold Blood are talking. And Cold Blood is like, look, Moss, all right, look, I'm handling all the PlayStation content for the channel, right? Let's just say that's how we divvied shit up. Like, he's like, I'm responsible for this. I'm like, okay, cool. And he's like, so, but when you stream on PlayStation, this is what I need you to do, bro. I need you to do that. I'm like, okay, cool. I got it, Cold Blood. And I say to Cold Blood, you know what? Now that I think about it, bro, let's do it this way. I'm going to play I'm doing everything total opposite of what he wants and what he knows works for PlayStation gamers, what they want to see. And I convince him, I'm sending them emails and shit. I'm like, Nicole Blood, this is going to work because I'm sending him these metrics and all. And he's like, okay, all right, fine. We'll go with what you're saying, being that you're so adamant. This shit better work though, bro. And I'm like, look, trust me, man. I'm MM2K. It's going to work. And I go and the shit completely falls apart. It just completely crumbles. Is Cold Blood to blame for coming in and saying, nah, shutting this shit down, we're doing it the way and doing it more forcefully? No, his hand was forced. I fucked up so bad that I just need to do what he says. And he's pushed me to just follow the script. That's what we have here. Phil sat and we saw the fucking emails. Sat here and convinced Satya so much of this strategy. And Satya was like, okay, Phil, I'm going to put my trust in you. But if you're sitting there talking this convincingly because you are my subject matter expert on the gaming side, my SME, when you hear someone say he's a SME that's what they mean, subject matter expert. You're my SME on this. I'm going to follow you. If you're going to talk so adamantly about something, it better come to fruition or be very close to it. They are nowhere near where they needed to be following Phil's insight as they were led to believe. And now they spent $100 billion based on this shit, and the $8 billion purchase put the $75 billion purchase at risk because they decided to go exclusive early with the $8 billion purchase when Amy Hood, Tim Stewart, all the financial people said, no, we don't need to do this. This is not going to work. Not only did it not work financially, but it ended up hurting them in the $70 billion purchase because now, like Cold Blood alluded, all that tough talk that Matt was talking about in the emails, that's going out the window now because now they got to put these games out here for the streets in order to get this deal to go through. Or they would have just lost $2 billion. Can you imagine if this deal didn't go through, which would have been better for the gaming community? But from the Microsoft standpoint, if this deal wouldn't have went through and they would have just had to fork over $2 billion for nothing, I think Microsoft probably would have, the gaming section would have closed down. You have to give up $2 billion. Your consoles are not being sold. Now you don't even have ABK. Like their days would have been numbered. And that's all because of what Phil said. Cold Blood, you want to give your thoughts on that real quick? I got to step away just for 60 seconds. I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that. Cold Blood may have stepped away for a second. But yeah, that is definitely how I look at this whole situation. When you look everything in perspective, you can't get mad. You can't get mad at Satya. I mean, of course, the end ramifications is Satya is going to butcher some of this because he doesn't have the lineage in understanding the gaming culture. It's his job to make sure that Microsoft as a company is whole. This is the biggest purchase in gaming history. He can't fuck this up. If he fucks this, look, do y'all, and this is where y'all got to understand the business side of it. But I'm gonna talk about it in plain vanilla terms as possible so your eyes don't glaze over. Do you guys understand why Satya is the CEO? Satya is the CEO because Steve Ballmer, my dude, I love Steve Sweaty Pit Ballmer, but Steve Ballmer was looked at as an abysmal failure because product after product was failed at, and they spent so much money in doing so. Even when you look at Xbox wasn't a failure. It worked in stopping Sony from taking over the living room, but they lost so much money in the whole ordeal, and now they're left with this business that they don't know how to generate revenue because now taking over, Sony's not trying to take over the living room anymore. All that quirky shit they wanted to do with the PlayStation 3, they abandoned it. So now they're just focused on games again. So what the fuck is the point of this Xbox now? Because it didn't bridge the gap the way we wanted it to. And in their eyes, Ballmer made it worse when it came to Xbox. When you look at that in totality, Satya was talking about cloud. Cloud is the future. Cloud is what's going to take us to the next frontier. Cloud. So they're listening to this motherfucker. They're like, oh, okay. He knows how to get us out of this rut. And honestly, for the most part, he's been able to do that. Their stock has never performed and been so high. They've never performed as well as they did with Ballmer under Satya. But all that is thrown away if they spent $100 billion in gaming for it to fail. If that happens, because look, Steve Ballmer just maybe wasted a couple billion, like maybe 10 billion in gaming, maybe 20. But we're talking $100 billion. If Satya ends up wasting $100 billion in gaming, he's far worse than what Steve Ballmer was. And he's like, I'm not having that. I'm not having all this shit happen on my watch where I've done so well everywhere else. Fucking gaming is not going to ruin me. And now he's running gaming like a business. We told y'all. We tried to warn y'all about all this. All the content on this channel about Satya. All the way back to 2018. I talked to y'all about Satya endlessly. Terry Myerson, Phil, all this shit. This day was predicted. over and over again. And we said that you have a role in this. As the consumer, stop the cap. Stop worrying about the PlayStation people across the street talking shit on Twitter. Like, delete Twitter off your phones and speak up. Try to steer them towards quality. Say, you can't get my dollar unless we focus on quality. What did y'all do? The complete opposite. Y'all champion Game Pass, even though it didn't make economic sense, even though we told it's pure common sense. It doesn't make fucking sense. We told y'all making the brand about Phil Spencer instead of making it about quality, which got them on the map, is erroneous because it's just a continuous cycle of defending Phil all the time. So even though when Phil should have been held accountable and likely replaced years ago, y'all sticking with him because he's the brand. And now that it's apparent that him being the brand is a failure, and that Game Pass was not going to move the needle, as we've been telling y'all for years, now y'all want to bitch and complain. It's too fucking late. Satya has stepped in. It's over now. Since 2018, I've made countless hours. I've got 4 or 5 hour streams on this shit. Time and time again, why you keep hating on Xbox? Why you keep it? I'm trying to get you to open your fucking eyes. Now you want to be mad. It's too late. Your anger means shit now. It's over. It's over. Now the business people have to step in. And you better pray to God there's something salvageable for you as a consumer. You better pray to God. Because Phil doesn't have a say-so anymore. Even though Phil fucked up and couldn't execute, he understands the culture. He just doesn't know how to extract quality out of it, but at least he understands the culture and he cares about it. Satya doesn't care about it at all. It's purely business to him. When he saw Activision Blizzard was up for sale, he saw a company that has the Call of Duty franchise, and the Call of Duty franchise being ripe for the picking to A, keep off all these other potential leading cloud services and making it part of the Xbox cloud service, which would then allow Xbox Cloud and Microsoft Cloud and Azure get higher. You understand that the cloud gaming services are connected to the cloud platforms, which is the second highest business service for Microsoft. So even though gaming may have been lower in the totem pole, the more cloud gaming activity adds to the cloud backend activity. So he sees an opportunity to A, get a serious leg up on that, and B, grant some critical blows to competitors like AWS, Amazon, and Google Cloud, Google. Why? Because they don't have the cloud gaming back-end business at the time. Before ABK, they don't have the cloud gaming back-end business. Google has that. So what no better way than to buy Activision Blizzard, snatch that from Google and push them further down the ladder, and then take it away from AWS potentially getting it, allowing them to get closer to AWS. Because that back-end cloud gaming business, that deal that they struck with Google in 2020, that was huge for Google. Huge. I'm not talking about Stadia. They didn't agree to anything with Stadia. But for tournaments and for Call of Duty itself, there was some cloud back-end stuff that was going on that was a massive deal. And now that's going to be snatched away from Google. So of course he bit, because he's like, yeah, this can benefit gaming, but more importantly, it'll benefit me in the cloud. That's why he signed that pen. And the bigger chunk of that, all of these, the gaming portion of it, is at risk if they continue to follow what Phil wants to do. He's like, no, All that shit, all that back end with snatching this from Google and this, all that stuff is wiped away if this becomes a failure on the gaming side. It has to sustain itself or improve on the gaming side while getting those back end benefits. I talked to y'all about this countless times. You're a hater, you're a hater, you're a hater. No, actually not. Now we're here. I don't know what to tell y'all. Juice says Booty is with he said he's with Diddy. Paul G says, I saw a post by one of the Xbox shields asked, who's excited for Microsoft gaming? Xbox. I saw that was from Destin. And again, Destin, and I feel like Paris, they're trying to play this game to where they're trying to position themselves for the easiest exit possible from Xbox because the writing is on the wall. They're not going to be able to shield and defend what Satya does because Satya is going to be destructive to the culture and he's thinking strictly business. So if the shit that Phil, at least even if the stuff that Phil likes to do doesn't work, it at least sounds good and it makes for good content. And it can get a lot of these cultist-minded gamers all worked up and thinking that something's going to happen. See, they can work with Phil's lies, and they're willing to propagandize it even further because it benefits them and their channels and their platforms. But when Satya gets to working and moving and cutting, it's not going to work for them. It's going to be too severe. There's not going to be any damage control. So what you're seeing now is this outrage. That's not about, oh, I trusted Xbox. The outrage is, you're fucking up my platform now, Satya. And if Satya is going to take over, I got to make a transition to something else. And in the case of Paris, I mean, just look at it. I mean, this is my opinion. I don't have it 100% true, but look, all this shit that they're doing now, they've cut XCast. Like, I get it. They cut the PlayStation content too, but they're only doing that because they're like, the console war's over. And not the console war in a fanboy sense, the console war period is over. In the business sense, it's over. There's not enough competition from Xbox anymore to reasonably have two different shows. It's going to purely be about the games. It's not even going to be about the platforms anymore because the only platform that's out there that's competing in this space is PlayStation. Nintendo's in its own space, PlayStation is in its own space, and we don't know what the future holds for Xbox as a platform or an ecosystem. So there's no point of even having these shows.
Dude, Sarah was more excited about a fucking mobile store.
Bruh, exactly. Yeah, we talked about that, Paul G. Yeah, Paul G, definitely think about the member. We got that in our members content. Think about becoming a member and check that out. Get a chance. We got a lot of good shit in here, man. A lot of good shit in there, man. So let me ask you this about Game Pass, Cold Blood. Now she talked about Game Pass being in there day and date. I don't have that clip, but she hinted towards it. If you listen to the words carefully, you could surmise that she didn't. She could just be talking about Xbox Game Studios, which Activision Blizzard is kind of part of, but then you can argue they're separate with it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and again, it don't matter what she says. If Satya then comes around the corner and says, not anymore, then it don't matter. What do you think about the future of Game Pass? Is Call of Duty coming day and date? Is it going to remain there? Is Game Pass going to survive? What do you think about it?
I mean, what's the point of Game Pass and that ABK deal if it's not going together?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, what was the fucking point? So you just literally lied so that people support that shit.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Just to say later, now we want $80 for Call of Duty.
Yeah.
No, for Call of Duty.
For Call of Duty.
For Game Pass, it's probably going to be $25 or $30.
Yeah, I agree.
Without Call of Duty.
Yep.
Like, nah. That shit has to be there day one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you don't do this, nobody will ever again trust you with anything. I mean, they already don't do.
It'll be completely eroded. The trust will be completely gone. Yeah, man. I don't disagree at all. As a matter of fact, I think Game Pass was at risk of just being dissolved. If they wouldn't have got the ABK deal, they're ending Game Pass. Like around this time, you're seeing Game Pass being, thrown away. I think the only thing that's saving Game Pass is that there are people arguing for it to be part of. I mean, for Call it, there are people arguing. They're trying to make the case. They're putting slides together. They're putting presentations together. Now, from my experience, when you got upper management that's like, we don't feel comfortable with this, and now we got to start taking over. If there could be pushback, like, hold on, but give us a chance to present this to you and why. Like, they're probably saying, or Sachi is probably of the mind state, look, we're definitely going to do this, this, and this, but this is on the table too, and you better show us some.
Dude, no, their mind is already made up. We just don't know yet what they decided.
That could be possible too. That's very likely.
They are trying their best now to find a way to make this acceptable for people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And like I said, if they don't do day one on Game Pass, bro, the crying is gonna be so big, bro.
And I don't understand. I don't get it. If what you're saying is true, what I don't understand, Cold Blood, is why would you come on here and just lie about it again? I mean, you've been lying, but like, I guess this is a way to say you're expendable.
Look, they stall for time right now.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want people to unsubscribe from Game Pass.
Yeah. True. Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. I will say, wow. Like, I think Game Pass was going to be, if ABK didn't go through and they had to get rid of and they would have had to just pay $2 billion because the deal didn't pass, I wholeheartedly believe that Game Pass would be no more. And then shortly after, Xbox wouldn't be. Sony, because Satya would be steaming. Satya would be steaming. So yeah, those are our thoughts on that. One last question, Cold Blood. Who do you think is next to be on the chopping block? I mean, if you had to pick a studio,
look,
go ahead.
Anybody that is not Activision.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I'm sorry, but if you can fire Tango after they had somewhat of a success, yeah, everybody can be on the chopping block now.
Now, remember, we just had this conversation a few episodes ago where I was like, look, man, I think they're all under risk except for fucking Activision Blizzard. Thank you guys for hitting that like button. Let's try to get to 20 likes. Thank y'all so much. I really appreciate it. Thank y'all so much for hitting that like button. Let's try to get to 20 likes. Can y'all hit the like button a couple more? We really appreciate it.
I mean, yeah, Ninja Theory would be the safest bet. Be the next one.
Yeah. Yeah,
I have a feeling that that it's not going to be Ninja Theory, but someone we don't even expect right now, like a certain Double Fine, maybe.
Yeah, I agree. I think I think that's a good one. Yeah, Double Fine is next. And I'm with you, not your mother. Yeah, Blizzard. They're not entirely safe. They're going to be trimmed. I'm with you. I think they're not going to get rid of a studio. They're going to trim. I don't think they are. Let me not say that. I don't think they're going to get rid of a studio, but they're going to cut them significantly. Yeah.
I hope to God that Overwatch 2 gets canceled. That motherfucker is a travesty.
Who?
Overwatch 2.
Who's that?
The game Overwatch 2.
Oh, Overwatch 2. Okay.
It's a travesty of what it was back in the day.
Well, I hate to tell you, I think that one's safe. Like, it's top 5 on Xbox and PlayStation. I think that one's safe. I think Sea of Thieves Sea of Thieves was like number 1 on the PlayStation Store in Europe.
But being top 5 on Xbox is like being top 100 on PlayStation, bro.
Yeah, but it's top 5.
That's not saying much.
Yeah, it's top 5 on PlayStation and Steam. And at Steam right now, hold on. Most played games. I don't see Overwatch, which is weird. We've seen it, but let's see. Popular releases, hot releases.
No. Overwatch 2 is not as popular as Overwatch 1 was. Absolutely not, bro. They have problems to queue up. Like, really bad problems. Like, some people literally waited for 10 hours in a queue and didn't get nobody.
Charts. Top peak was 76,000. Where's that right now? Oh, and it's 103rd in top sellers. So yeah, it's not doing so great on PC, but it's higher on PlayStation. So it's not in the top 100 on PC, which I think that is a problem.
Yeah,
I think PlayStation is saving that game. PlayStation saves many games. People make it seem like that those billion people on PC
I've been telling you back in the day, and you said that's cap, bro. What happened? Why all of a sudden I'm right again?
I'm taking Phil Spencer's position. Was that Moss of 2024, 2023, 2020, 2019? Shit.
Anything before 2020.
Yeah, anything before 2020, I don't know what you talking about, man. You got to ignore that. I'm learning shit. If Sarah Bond can learn, I can learn too. Maybe the Xbox is for black people. maybe it is for us.
Oh no! No! Stop! We don't want to get banned here. No.
For those of y'all that don't know what I'm talking about, now somebody on Z's channel made the ridiculous claim that that Phil Spencer made Xbox for black people. And I'm just poking fun at that. I know. That's kind of an inside joke. I should have probably just y'all ain't ready for that one. But the pastor on Z show said that Phil Spencer. Yeah. Pastor Joe. Yeah. I'm taking the Phil Spencer route. I'm pleading it. Which year was that? What year Moss was that? I'm MM2K and a number and shit. It's like Discord.
2018, 2019.
Yeah. This is MM2. Yeah, you were talking MM2K 28. Man, I don't know that dude. I've heard of him and shit. I don't know him.
Remember,
man.
y'all been telling us that we don't play multiplayer games and that Xbox is the multiplayer box?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. That was maybe in the 360 era.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Because when it was brand new. What PlayStation did, you got to give them credit for, is they looked at everything that was making Xbox successful and they said, okay, we got to do it. And we got to be better at it. And they are. Now you fast forward to 2024 and they are. Western developed games. Oh, we got to start making those. They're better. They're better at them. We're waiting for Moss to come back. Appreciate it, good brother. Thank you very much.
I told them how often I have to wait on you offline.
Paul Gaming says, find a joke when Joe Biden. Oh, I don't even know what you're talking about.
What does that mean?
I don't even know.
I don't understand. Like, his first comment was Xbox gamers are as good as white gamers. Like, I asked him, what do you mean by that? And that was his response. I
don't know. Juice says fake ass pastor. So Juice, you know, Juice, you're familiar
where do
with
you
pastors.
these comments?
What'd you say?
Bro, I don't see these comments. Where do you get them from?
Yeah, they're that's weird. Yeah, it's right there.
Do you have some filter or something? Because anything with some kind of insult or something, I don't see that shit.
Oh, you know, Juice fake ass. You know what? Now I'm looking at the main, what's it called, and I don't see it.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's that fucking Nightbot. Let me see something. Let's check out Nightbot.
Oh, I had to click on live chat, not top chat. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Now I see them too. I was like, where the fuck do you get these comments from? I'm looking through the chat and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. That's weird. Oh, some messages such as potential spam may not be visible, but live chat, all messages are. This is what I'm talking about. Like, I mean, and I'm in the fucking broadcast fucking thing with this. This is what I'm talking about with Google. My friends at Google, don't be mad at me. It's not your fault. But the fucking cool company they do some of the dumbest shit. Why would you make this the default? I don't care about your algorithm. Your algorithm sucks. Thank goodness I got my chat comment maker. I just realized that. Fucking live chat. It's my balls. Fucking shitty ass program. Fucking losers. Oh my God. Sorry about that, y'all. Anyway, okay, now y'all, change it from, if y'all want to see all the comments, I can understand them doing, even though I think it's stupid, I can understand them doing that to you guys watching the stream, but I'm in the studio. Like, I should be able to see everything. Because what if somebody's out here doing some weird shit and I need to ban them? Even if they do not show them to y'all, they're out there doing some botting and doing some weird shit. Maybe I need to ban them. Anyway, sorry about that, y'all. Yeah. I don't think that there's any company that's safe outside of ABK. I'm with Not Your Mother. I think that the studios will be shaven in ABK, but I'm with y'all. I think.
Even in ABK, they weren't safe, right? I mean, Toys for Bob was gone.
Exactly. Yeah. True. That is true.
Remember that photo of Aaron Greenberg with the axe and Crash Bandicoot next to him? Yeah. What happened to that, huh? You think Crash coming back?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's crazy, dude. I think
Look, these motherfuckers are complaining about some gaming gifs, yeah, where there's from some game they have gifs of them, yeah. Mm-hmm. Bro, that shit ain't as cringe as fucking Aaron Greenberg putting that profile picture out there. That was the most cringe profile picture ever.
And that should have been sound right then and there, like when you and for Aaron, and I think there's no better example of Xbox not being in control of their own destiny anymore at all. Like Aaron Greenberg and Phil and them probably thought it was cute to do that, so Aaron Greenberg goes and does that, and then Microsoft is like, no, they're part of the package of people getting rid of. So, I mean, I don't give a fuck about you and your avatar. I don't care about your engagement with these consumers. They're not our new consumers. And like, we're pulling it. We're not giving them crutches anymore. We're snatching the crutches away. Like, fuck them. You don't like what? Fuck you. You don't like what we're doing? Fuck you. But meanwhile, Xbox is trying to, like, I feel Cold Blood is right on to something. They're trying to keep you at bay because that's what they've been doing for the last 10 years. Think about this, y'all. TV.
They have a plan. 10 years ago, they did not have a plan, bro.
Mm-hmm. Well, they only have a plan now because Microsoft has a plan. But Xbox doesn't have a plan. Xbox just tried a bunch of shit, in my opinion. Yeah. I don't think there's things that they wanted to happen. And to prove that they didn't have a plan, look, when Game Pass was enacted, again, wasn't Jazz Gordon just talking about this? But when you watch the court documents, when you look at the court documents, remember the one guy that he was doing evaluations for his team of developers, and he wanted to know from Phil, hey, look, I'm about to do their annual evaluations. I want to be able to determine how well of a job they've been doing. How do we do that? Like, how do we come up with this metric? And Phil told him, I don't know. And he essentially did what we always hear from Phil, a whole bunch of nothing. To just simply say, we don't have a grasp of what we're doing. We can't measure this. I think this is when I connect all these dots, let me tell you what I see. And again, this is looking through the eyes of someone who's been in corporate America for 25 plus years. I've managed managers. I've testified in multi-million-dollar court cases, given depositions, all this shit. I dealt with regulators, dealt with the SEC, dealt with European regulators, all that shit. This is what I'm seeing from my eyes and my experience. The TV thing, which was, and let me add to that too. Not trying to pat myself on the back, but I've worked and helped create uniform commercial code for the said business too, and I've had to even work with competitors into help making it law or statute. I'll just throw it out there too. I'm not just pulling this out my head. This is from that experience. When TV was a problem, I see it as a PR problem. A very bad PR problem, but a PR problem nonetheless. A PR problem that could have been resolved and the healing could have started had you stop talking in the dismissive ways that made people upset, which was if you want to play online, we got a console for you. B, get rid of the thing that people think is overpriced and making your console even worse than what it is, because you're losing on paper to the PlayStation 4. You're doing that until the mid-gen refresh. There's no way around that. But there have been consoles that have been less powerful that have always outperformed their counterparts because they've had the better games. So, but you got rid of the Kinect. I think everybody was in unison. That thing had to fucking go, and it left, right? And then the price of your console was cheaper, okay? And then lastly, even if you do all this stuff, you still don't trust the guy that was behind the messaging. The guy behind the messaging, he's always would have left the sour taste in your mouth, because once you lose the trust of gamers as an entity, not as a business, but as a person, once gamers feel like you're a piece of shit, they're always going to feel like you're a piece of shit. There's no coming back from that. So Donnie D had to go. And it so happens that Satya was cleaning house and getting rid of all of Steve Ballmer's people. So he ended up getting rid of Donnie D. So with that said, you got rid of the personality that had gamers feeling like we can't trust this dude. You got rid of the thing that was making the console overpriced, and you stopped talking in ways that was irritating gamers. So all that shit was wiped away. Doesn't mean that all the pain and all the scars behind it is gone, but all that shit, the bleeding was stopped. Now it's time for you to heal the scars. How do you heal the scars? What's the best scar healer when it comes to gaming? Good games. Phil doesn't know how to pick out good games because he doesn't understand what good games, what constitutes a good game versus a bad game. I'll put it like that. He doesn't know how to differentiate a good game versus a bad game. I think we all know what a good game is. Some of us just happen to think that a good game is not a bad game is a good game, but he doesn't know how to differentiate.
That's very subjective.
It is subjective.
Like Division 2 for me is not a good game.
It is subjective unless the entire community speaks. When the entire community speaks, and if the overwhelming majority of the community says that a game is bad or a game is great, I don't think that's subjective. And when I say subjective, I mean, like, yeah, just because I think a game is good doesn't mean it's good for you. But what's viewed as a good game to the community. That's what I'm trying to say. But I just shortened it and just said a good game. Like, to your point, you don't like Division. Just because I like Division doesn't mean that it's a good game for you. But it depends. But we can look at the user scores, and I think the user scores will help us determine if it's a good game for the community. And Microsoft, as far as the community was concerned, just could not make a good game under Phil Spencer. And what did Phil Spencer do in return? Instead of focusing on games that he couldn't fix because he doesn't know how to fix it, focused on joysticks and controllers. He focused on power and a bunch of other stuff. I'm sorry. Hold on one second.
Oh shit. Moss just challenged me with his we have to look at the user scores. I just had the Metacritic for Division 2. I kinda agree with the user score, actually.
Okay, sorry about that. Jesus Christ.
Look in your Twitter DMs. You said we have to look at the user scores. I sent you the user score. And I very much agree.
And that's fine. I can't look. And I think that's fair. Here, I'm going to put it up here on the screen. I think that's fair for Division 2 at launch. I really do think that's fair. Hold on, let's.
Well, I think it's still fair.
The user score is
Nothing
6.2.
changed.
And I can sit
game
here
did not change.
Yeah, that's
Not debatable.
no, that's bullpucky. Nobody that plays the Division 2 can say that the game did not change. That's no. It's the game was light, the content was light, the play loop was boring, too soon, too quick. Like it just wasn't enough there. And then now there's too much stuff to do. It's completely different. That like you don't even touch the surface of the play loop now. And like what's on screen right now is this the rogue version of it. Like out of all the additions that they made, this is the only thing that I personally don't like, and I don't think went over well. But when you have people that return to the game, they're like, oh, holy shit, this is totally different. Like I'll use a prime example. I make fun of King's Blood. Like me and King's Blood talk all the time. and I make fun of King's Blood because of you know what I'm saying. All he wants to do is play Call of Duty and PvP games and stuff like that. And so at launch, he's like, Division 2 is trash. It's trash. And I really couldn't debate people with it because I abandoned the game for like a year. I mean, I still liked it, but it wasn't like pulling me in. Me and him was just talking a month ago, and he's like, the game is just fucking insane. Like the Division 2 is the shit. And he's always asking me, when am I playing? I'm like, bro, I'm not, I'm in the Helldivers. I'm not playing right now. He's like, oh man, you fucking turncoat and all this other shit. Like, yeah, it's improved. The problem is that it's very hard for you when you don't have a game that people feel like needs to be under the spotlight consistently, and it starts off with a bad user score. It's very hard for you to change that perception. And so what Ubisoft has to learn how to do is, even though the game is great now, they better take everything that they learned in making the game great now for people that play it and launch the Division 3 with that shit. They can't fuck around with the Division 3 launch. But everybody that I've talked to that's like, oh man, that game is trash, it's ass, it sucks. Oh, at launch and stuff, and even a year after launch, they're like, no, this game is fucking awesome. Man. Let me see something. And again, I'm not gonna argue with the user score. If that's how users feel, then objectively, as a game, the community just doesn't feel like that it's a good game or not. Now, when you look at it on Steam, for instance, and I think Steam might have a better snapshot of where gamers are at now with the game, because it came on Steam like after they started fixing these problems. It's still not excellent, but it's a 72. I think that's fair. I think it's better than a 72, but I think that's fair. You know what I mean? So
too good for this game.
So when I look at the scores, like even when I look at my own bias, when I'm talking about a good game or a bad game, I'm not saying, oh, I think it's good. So, you know, no, I'm weighing it. I'm basing it off of what the users say. And the users, you know, say what they say about Starfield. They say what they say about, you know, the Rise of the Ronin. They say what they say about Stellar Blade. Like for instance, we've had the reviewers give Stellar Blade, what, an 82 or an 83? The users are, let's look at Stellar Blade. Stellar Blade is like, it's one of the highest rated, the highest rated game, I'm sorry, this generation. I mean, not just this generation, this year. Stellar Blade is a 9.3 with users, 4,400 users. This is after all that controversy. So I think it's fair to say Stellar Blade is a great game because I'm basing it off of the community reaction. I'm not saying it's a great game for me or you individually, but the gamer perception of it collectively is a good game. That's what I'm talking about when I talk about good or bad in that scenario. It's more than fair to say it's
I would put my score right in between the reviewers and the user score.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, okay, like for instance, let's do this.
Like, come on, it's definitely not a 93, bro. And for 93, it had to do more than that. But it's also definitely not an 82. Like, 82 is just below what it should be.
So when we look at Starfield in contrast,
oh hell no, no. Even a 6.9 is too high. It should be at 6 and lower.
Starfield. Yeah, I have no desire, like even after this next gen update, outside of content, I have no desire to play the Starfield. And it's lower on Steam. And I like using Steam because you have to buy the game. These are people that are invested in the game. You have to buy the game and have to have the game for a while. And the scores revolve a lot. Like normally when you leave a score on Metacritic, you're fucking done. You left this score, it's at launch. It doesn't speak to the longevity of the game. You're one and done and you've gone about your business. But when it comes to Steam, Like people are up. If people feel better about something, they'll go and change their score. At first, and they'll leave comments on it. And and Cold Blood said it. He said he feels like it's lower than 60, and so do the people on Steam. And from what I understand on the Xbox store, it's not great either. So that's what I'm talking about when I say good game. I don't mean it's a good game. It's not a one size fits all. Cold Blood is right. It's not, but to clarify, I'm talking about the general consensus from the community. I don't give a fuck what a reviewer says. They're compromises for me. To me,
what you should have said is Phil likes Voodoo Vince and ended there. Like, then I would agree with you. Yeah, he has no fucking idea.
Yeah, he doesn't. He has no idea what makes a great game versus what's a poor game, and because of that, he just fucks up gaming altogether. All right. So those are my thoughts, y'all, on that. Let's move on. Those are our thoughts on the whole Xbox thing. I feel sorry for you guys, even those of you who were like, oh man, well, I like the direction that they're going in. That stuff that you like is at risk. I told you guys. I even warned you. I said, there's nothing wrong if you like Xbox. I'm just warning you that if they fail too much, the stuff that you like, that you're okay with that's happening, that's going to be at risk. That's why it's important to not just worry about, well, they're giving me this that I like. If they're not, you got to worry about the overall success. If something that you like is not seeing success, they're going to start stripping shit away, and they could be stripping away the shit that you like, especially if the stuff that you like is based upon quality. And in an Xbox's case, it might not be based upon quality in a lot of people's opinion, but there's a lot of money that has to go into Game Pass. There's a lot of money that they're losing in that. There's a lot of money they got to invest in that. Why, if things aren't going well, they're going to get rid of that. You got to be cognizant of that. You can't just say, oh, well, I like Game Pass, so I don't care what happens. You better fucking care, and today is testament of that. Again, whether it's Cold Blood on the panel or Cold Blood in the chat, or whether it's me today or me 2018, that we in unison told you, even when we didn't agree on what Xbox full direction was going to look like back then, that we told you that you needed to be concerned. No, I don't care, because as long as we'll get to that bridge when we deal with. Now that you're at that bridge and you're lost and you don't know what to do, now what? I know you wish you could go into the hot tub time machine, go back in time and slap your former self and say, no, don't talk that shit, because when you get to this bridge, it's not going to be so fun. It's on y'all. All right, let's move on. Let's talk about PlayStation versus PC gamers. Sony initially required Helldivers 2 PC players to link to a PlayStation Network account, but they kind of backed away from it because of implementation problems, and then they tried to enforce it like last week, and that led to backlash from the PC gaming community, causing uproar amongst those gamers, resulting in review bombing and negative feedback. Controversy also led to the apparent firing, a few days ago, it looks like it, of the Helldivers 2 community manager, who kind of, I don't want to say they were a whistleblower, but they were inciting people to like, hey, if you don't like this, I'm with you guys. So review bomb the game and ask for refunds, right? Sony later reversed its decision regarding Helldivers 2, allowing PC players to enjoy Helldivers 2 without linking a PSN account in response to the uproar. However, prior to launch of Ghost of Tsushima, Sony is implementing the same strategy. In an email from code seller Green Man Gaming, a PC code seller, they referenced an email or people that get codes off of there and got a Ghost of Tsushima code off of there, or referencing an email they got from Green Man Gaming that mentions that Ghost of Tsushima's removal to certain regions, similar to what we saw with Helldivers 2. So now causing more heartache for PC gamers, but I don't know if they could do anything effective because this is all happening before launch. So my questions for Cold Blood is, I know we talked about this before, but for those that don't follow the content that may be new here, and again, hit that like button. Do we have 20 likes? I hope we have 20 likes. Okay, we're
Nope.
okay. We're getting there. We're getting there.
One like away.
Hit that like button, y'all. Let me ask you a question, Cold Blood. So, for those that weren't here when we were talking about this before, why in your opinion is Sony going so hard for these PSN accounts on PC? Why do you think they're going through all this for that?
I don't know. Like boosting up numbers.
Yeah.
Totally dumb. In my opinion, for Ghost of Tsushima, that's total BS.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, come on, sell the fucking single player at least.
Yeah.
I mean, you literally say it yourself. You need the linking for the multiplayer. Like, why the fuck are you not selling the single player everywhere?
Yeah. It's
why I'm like, makes no sense to get less sales.
Yeah.
Just because you want everyone on PSN. But then again, we don't know their end goal here.
Mm-hmm.
They might actually want you to fucking pay for PS Plus at some point. That could be a thing. And they're just easing you into their ecosystem right now.
Probably. That could be it. Who knows? Yeah, they're getting you into. They're using Steam. Go ahead.
Shout out to Chris Coleman. He just subscribed.
Shout out. Thank you for subscribing. Yeah, you don't know, man. You could be onto something. Maybe they're doing this to. Yeah.
I'm just gonna say, get ready for whining and crying from the fucking PC, from the PC massive waste. You're gonna hear a lot of crying, bro.
Yeah, I agree. You're gonna, I totally agree.
I mean, go ahead. I wanna see the chaos. I can always say I love the chaos. it just you're gonna see on Twitter all the fucking crying. Oh my god! You can have a whole salt mine, bro.
You're gonna see a lot of chaos for sure. But again, like as you're alluding, I don't even what is it going to do? Because this is happening pre-launch, so it's not you got to worry about a game that's doing well. Like if the game doesn't end up doing well, then Sony ends up wasting the effort. But it's not the ugly PR hit.
I don't understand it for one thing, because why the fuck is it such a half measure? Like, why is for single player not required, but for multiplayer it's required? But still, the countries that don't have PSN, they can play the game at all. Like, that makes no sense to me.
Yeah,
that is the dumbest part that I don't get. The other part, I don't know. Like I said, their plans are fucking mystery to me at this point. Like the PC idiots told you they don't want your ass nowhere near their games. So if you're still going there, well, you must be doing it for monetary gain, for some kind of monetary gain. But I don't know how, without PS Plus requirement.
Yeah, I think it's even worse. I think that they're doing this for the god awful MAU count. As dumb.
Well, yeah, that's what I said, boosting up their numbers. But to me, that makes no fucking sense.
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna say to the investors, we got more players now than we had last year, or what?
Yeah, I know.
If I was an investor, I would say, did those small players bring you more money in?
Yeah. You would, and I wish investors would be like gaming investors are so stupid though. They're like, when it comes to gaming, people are so ignorant and dumb, and I don't understand it. Like gaming investors are that ignorant to where they're falling for this MAU metric. Like that's the only reason why Microsoft, when it comes to gaming, or Xbox, when they release their numbers, why they're not pounded so much, because they get negative, conversations about it, but it should be far worse. And it's not because they're like, well, we got so many MAUs and our MAUs are growing. That's the stupidest metric ever. And more MAUs don't mean more money, like you said. It doesn't mean it. It just, if you release a new game, you're going to have more MAUs. But that doesn't mean that the game is successful.
No, like I said, if it's with PlayStation Plus requirement, then I would absolutely get it. Then it makes fucking sense.
Yep.
But without PlayStation Plus, yeah, so what?
Not your mother, says the game will be pirated anyway.
Well,
oh God. Yeah.
Unfortunately, on PC, impossible to stop. Even with your PSN requirement, trust me, that shit ain't gonna. That shit ain't gonna do shit if someone cracks the game.
So the fact that they're trying this on Ghost of Tsushima now, do you think it's dumb, just as dumb, better implementation this time around than what they did with Helldivers 2? What do you think?
I mean, at least they don't sell the games now over there.
Yeah.
But I still say it's a half measure. It's dumb as hell.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what everybody meant when they said, how the fuck you gonna sell that shit to us and then later change it. Like now you literally don't even want to sell your single player game to these motherfuckers. It's stupid.
I don't. You incentivize people to do it, and you try to get as many people as possible on there, and you incentivize people to do it, and you'll have better success to do it if you incentivize people. Don't get me wrong. I know that other people are making it a requirement, but you have to be self-aware. You just don't have that luxury. It is what it is. You got to play with the cards that you're dealt. You know what I mean? Oh.
Well, if you're in an affected country, well, you got my sympathy, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's all I give you. Like, I ain't gonna waste more energy on this shit.
Yeah, I'm not campaigning and shit. You know what I mean? I'm not sending out flyers.
No. They would never campaign for us console gamers.
No.
Why the fuck should I?
And before we move on, let me get your thoughts on this. What do you think is PlayStation's best strategy if they're like hell bent on dealing with PC? What is their best way to do this?
And again,
if you're at Sony and like you can't talk them out of this, say you advising Sony, and you can't talk them out of going on PC with their games. And I'm not saying Dan, I'm just saying in general. I know you would prefer them just like to say fuck you PC, but
of course I would do that, but I would not recommend them there.
Yeah,
like I said, it's dumb. If a game is fucking 4 years old, I as a console player don't even give a shit no more.
So what is your? If you have to advise, if like you have no choice, they're like, well, we're going on PC regardless. But Cold Blood, how do you think we need to approach PC? What are your thoughts?
But first tell them, if you want to be day one on PC, you better have the fucking teams.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't have a team that is that can do parallel development, don't fucking do it.
Yeah.
Because all you're gonna do is fuck the quality of the game. That would be my first thing I would tell them, which they probably know themselves now. That is not a good idea if you don't have a Nexus or something. Put that shit on PC. Next is get your fucking own launcher.
Yeah.
Decide your own rules on your own launcher. But then again, get ready for the pirating and everything. That shit never comes to Steam. Like, some motherfuckers are dedicated to Steam.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that shit not coming to Steam? Okay, fuck you.
Yeah.
Even if in the end, that's the funny part. Even if in the end, like GTA, you still have to have a social club account from Rockstar.
Yeah. Yep.
But at least I have it on Steam. That is the most important part.
Yep.
Yeah. If you want to set the rules, have your own launcher. Fuck the haters. Keep releasing that shit on that launcher and nowhere else. Don't do this. We do 1 month on our launcher and then everything comes to rest.
Yeah, it's coming. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's
no.
pointless.
You put it on your launcher. You put your own prices on it, and I guess you can remove keys, but these PC dudes they hate you if you don't have keys. Because they're cheap motherfuckers. And I get it. I'm doing it too. On PC, I ain't paying no full price game. The fuck?
Yeah, wherever I can make inroads, I'm doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, but if Sony wants to make all the money from their own releases on PC, it's the only way.
Yep, and have the most control. You know.
Yep. Because then you're absolutely forced to have a PSN account.
Yep. I think that's the best way to go about it.
I just don't understand why they are not in more countries. That's where I'm like, the fuck? Why you're not in Puerto Rico, for example? You have so many Puerto Rican fans over there. Why the fuck is it not there?
I think it's a business thing. It's about Sony not want, like, whenever you establish, whenever you do business in certain countries and stuff, you got to pay to do business there. You got to pay to be part of their tax programs and no locales and stuff like that. And they just, I guess they don't see enough money being generated there to legitimize them doing business there and having to pay the taxes and pay the fees, the regulatory fees and stuff like that. So they don't do it there. You know, it sucks though.
But why are you punishing these people then? Like that makes no sense to me.
Yeah, I would still sell the game though.
Why the fuck did it do not allow Puerto Rican people to have an USA account? Like, what's the logistical reason for that?
I'm guessing. But see, let me ask you this. Well, Microsoft has it in their terms of service too, but I don't think Microsoft enforces it. I think that, yeah, I don't think they enforce it. Because people use VPNs all the time for shit. I think it's PlayStation's. It has to do with their poor network security. I've always commented on that, and because their network security is so poor when it comes to that type of stuff. I'm not talking about like they're on live. I'm talking about their, when it comes to dealing with these different regions, because it's so poor, they're just heavy-handed. It's like, I remember I used to have like different accounts and shit. I used to try to hide money from my wife, but I used to have different accounts And one was just like this rinky-dink bank that didn't have the best security. So one day, somebody in Italy got a hold of my accounts and did some fraudulent activity. And then I went to my bank and I was like, hey, look, this wasn't my main bank. This was my little sneaky separate bank. And I went to them and I said, hey, somebody did some fraudulent stuff. And they said, oh, okay, all right, cool. It took them forever, where my main bank will do it instantaneously. They're like, oh yeah, we'll put a stop on it, whatever. It took them 9 days to get my money back, and they got it back. And then I said, okay, cool. So then the next day, or not the next day, like a week later, I got this check in the mail. I didn't understand. It was from my bank. It was a pretty huge check. I was like, what the fuck is this check for? So I go to the bank and I'm like, why did y'all send me this check? Am I part of some class action lawsuit or whatever? Like, did I win? They're like, no, we closed your account. We sent you your money. I said, why did you do that? They said, oh, we closed your account and called you an unsatisfactory customer. I said, why? Because someone frauded me? Like, I'm sorry, it's just corporate policy. I don't know what else to tell you. What? So the parallel that I'm trying to make is when you're so porous in your security, because they apparently were hot that they had to refund me that money. And they're like, fuck it. If he's doing online business and people are, grabbing his accounts and we don't even want to deal with him. We only want to deal with people that do just local rinky dink activity. You know what I'm saying? And they're punishing me for their poor security. So the same thing is happening to these people in Puerto Rico or whatever. PlayStation is so fearful of people that use VPNs and do different things. They're like, just fuck it. We're closing the door on all of it. And fuck you. You just can't make an account. Too bad, so sad. Which is dumb and bad. And it just speaks to PlayStation having to get better at their security and not being such dicks to people because they want to play games. Bad. No. You want to be a globally recognized gaming company that's current. And part of being current is having a good network infrastructure. And you got to do it, Sony. You got to get better at this. I'm sorry. That you want the crown, you got to wear it. You got to wear it. So.
Yeah, like I said, this PC push was too soon.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think they will.
They had to plan that shit better, brother. Yeah.
I argue again. Now, 2020.
No, and completely off topic. Please never again announce any PC ports on your fucking showcases, please. I don't want to see that shit. Like, no, I don't want to see that there, bro. Like, it completely destroys all hype. I'm serious. Almost every single PlayStation fan gonna tell you that. It destroys the fucking hype.
Yeah, PC gamers don't come to the showcases. It's console gamers. You're agitating that console gamers. Make a separate, just make an announcement somewhere else. It doesn't belong there. It's like Microsoft again. The same, and we said the same thing about Microsoft. Why are you talking about Age of Empires, the console exclusive version?
Like, you remember them showing a fucking documentary about trebuchets?
Yeah. Hey, what the fuck? But what are you doing,
brother? Brother, what the fuck?
It makes no freaking sense, but whatever. So, with that said, yeah, I totally agree. Let's get to our final part of the show where we're talking about Capcom, man. This is surprising to hear all this about Capcom, but it's a silver lining amongst all this bullshit that we're seeing in gaming. Now again, let me clear the record. I'm not one of those people that are like, gaming is horrible because Xbox is doing bad. We got a lot of corporate chills or content creators that bet on the wrong pony. No, you know what I'm saying? No pun intended. They bet on the wrong pony and they shit the bed on themselves, betting double down on Xbox. And Xbox is doing horrible, and now they want to blame all the gaming. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about shit like that, what we just talked about with PlayStation doing this dumb stuff with PC and Microsoft and Xbox, and then all this other stupid stuff we're seeing elsewhere with these companies individually. You know what I'm saying? Including my favorite, Ubisoft. That being said, Capcom has been a silver lining amongst all these goofy reports. As of May 2024, Capcom has reported record profits for 7 years in a fucking row. 7 years in a row. Even while the video game industry has experienced layoffs, studio closures, and canceled projects, some say Capcom's success is due to its ability to consistently produce high-quality games, experiment with platforms, and release strategies, and capitalize on industry trends. Capcom games are well-designed to many and appeal to a wide audience, and they often combine new franchises with nostalgia. Capcom's remakes of classic like Resident Evil games have also helped to reignite the interest in the series. And again, Capcom and prior, Capcom, from what I understand, has not made a major layoff of any layoffs of any significant number since 2018. And while people were laying people off because of the pandemic, Capcom has been hiring. So my question for you,
as they should.
Yeah,
as they should. They are a fucking prime example of how a publisher has to work.
Yeah.
Sure, Dragon's Dogma was fucking 30 FPS hell.
Mm-hmm.
But brother, the game is fucking great anyway.
Yeah. I mean, why do you think they've been so successful over other companies? What are they doing that's so different?
The mentality of just doing what the fuck they're best at. Like, okay, they tried with your favorite game, Exoprimal. It didn't work out. but really, what the fuck did they lose from it? Nothing, bro. They got so much more out of Dragon's Dogma alone, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention the Street Fighter. That shit is also popular. And Monster Hunter completely exploded in the last 10 years.
Yep. Yeah, I don't fault them.
Wait, and the Resident Evil franchise, they rescued that motherfucker real quick after Resident Evil 6.
Yeah. Even though I have my issues with Dragon's Dogma, even though I have my issues with Exoprimal, I'm not mad at them for trying something new. I just wish they would have, looked at it and done it, executed it better. But at least they're trying something new. I'm not
arguing with you on Exoprimal being a bad example.
Mm-hmm.
It is very much a bad example of how to approach a live service game. Absolutely.
No, that's what I was saying. I wish they would have executed it better, but at least they're in the mind state of we still want to do unique things, which is good. That's what we want studios to do. That's what we want publishers to do. We don't want publishers to just do the same cookie cutter shit over and over again. My issue was the execution, but at least the thought process is there. So you're halfway there with at least with Exoprimal. Even with Dragon's Dogma, again, it's all about the execution. I even admit it myself. I can't play 30 frames per second games. I feel like the optimization was piss poor, but you can tell when the game is running right, you could tell that the game is fucking awesome. And if you can enjoy 30 frames per second, you got you a great game in your hands. You know what I'm saying? Like the core game itself is fucking awesome, which again, just shows that they're in the right path. And again, I can't blame all of Capcom for just having one game that I feel like fell short of the mark entirely, even though they did the right thing in trying something new. In a game that's poorly optimized. That's just 2 games out of all the shit that they've put out for 7 years. You know what I mean? For the past 7 years, when you got these other companies that have totally shit, like the majority of everything that these other companies have put out outside of PlayStation has been trash. Has been trash around the same time. I'm sorry. And I'm speaking from a point of view to where
Ubisoft, EA, bro,
all of them,
legit, I have
all of them.
No hope for these fucking publishers right now.
All of them. Even my favorite Ubisoft, Bethesda, EA, all of them. It's been trash.
But Bethesda is no longer a publisher in itself, in my opinion.
Yeah.
They are Xbox, and Xbox was always fucking dog shit.
It's trash.
To me, Xbox peaked at the 360 era, 2009. That's when it was last time good. After that, nah. Just went downhill.
Is that 2000 is not, and 2009 is when Phil Spencer took over. If y'all don't know what Cold Blood, if y'all like, no. Well, I mean, you still enjoyed it, but when Phil Spencer took over in 2009, after that was when he became head of studios. Yeah, you can forget about it. And I'm gonna put it on the screen for those of you, because y'all know the 360 is my favorite generation. I'm gonna put it on the screen, but Cold Blood is not capping. Those of y'all that like, you're getting your underoos in a bunch. Here it goes right here. Let's look at I'm just gonna scroll through them, but go ahead, continue, Cold Blood. Just want to scroll through.
Funny enough, on stream right now is was the game.
2008, 2009. Here you go. In 2009, look at it compared to 2008 in the other years. And these aren't in the other years. These are not even all the games. They don't even have Mass Effect and BioShock. I guess because they were timed exclusives. But then you look at 2009 and PlayStation. That's when they started picking up. Look at 360. Look at 2010 PlayStation. Look at all that shit. Look at the 360.
I love 2009 PlayStation, bro. That was a great year.
Look at 2011 PlayStation 3. Look at 360. What is the difference? 2009, I believe, 2008 is when Phil took over. In 2010, the shit that he was signing onto the platform, that's when that started taking over. So the shit that was being signed on, or the effects of the shit that he may have cut, would have hit here in 2010. That's when you start. And look at 2010 versus all these other years on Xbox. Come on. Look at it. So it's not cap. I'm sorry, I just had to put that out there. Cause I can just tell what bullshit we'll see in the chat and elsewhere. Oh no.
We're talking about Capcom right now, and
yeah,
Capcom had its bad times too.
Yeah, they did.
Let's not forget, like I said, Resident Evil 6, bro. Total failure. Cost way too much, and was a fucking shell of itself.
Oh yeah.
But
no,
what did they do?
Was my favorite.
But what did they do? They said, "Fuck y'all, we're gonna go with fucking quality."
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they did, and I never had a problem with Capcom games since then.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, Extra Primal, but Extra Primal is not even. I'm not even the demographic for that fucking
bruh,
game.
Yeah, and that's one game out of how many for the last 7 years?
Yeah,
Since
exactly.
what was that? Since Biohazard, Resident Evil Biohazard, you know what I'm saying? Come on. Yeah.
We'll see when they release what is the game called? Pragmata. We'll see if they can do a new IP.
Yeah, I feel like they can. I just feel like that, the execution was not the greatest, but they can. They have the look at how they rebooted Resident Evil with Biohazard and so forth, and then these remakes are high quality. And they didn't just remake them and make them prettier. They re-envisioned a lot of the content in there. And then the VR shit
Free was a flop.
Oh yeah.
Free was a flop, but it still was okay game. It wasn't fucking terrible.
Yeah, I remember the talks around 3. But if you're a studio and you're looking on how to be innovative, how to respect the art, how to respect quality, and how to still make money, you got Capcom is giving y'all a fucking masterclass right now. Like, I'm not a Resident Evil person, but which was that? Was it 7 or 8? What was the last like new Resident Evil game? I think it was 8, or was it 7?
Oh, if we go by new, then it's Resident Evil 4 remake, but you're talking
Like
about is 8.
Like the latest installment, like not
Village.
not including the remakes.
Yeah, Village.
Okay, that was 8. Yep.
Yeah.
Like 7 and 8 are fucking, like, come on, man. But Capcom is giving y'all a masterclass in quality, understanding who you are, but still innovating. Like, you need to pay attention to them. And then every game is not going to work. I can't get mad at Capcom. I don't look at Capcom as, because it is. Because I can't look at 2 games and let that dissolve. Like, these motherfuckers would wish that over their body of work for 7 years that they only had 2 games that were questioned. 2 games and 2.5 maybe. With, you said 3. I remember I don't want to say the backlash, but I remember the reception of 3, the lukewarm reception of 3. Exo Primal, which didn't hit. Nobody was like clowning them over Exo Primal. It's like, this ain't it for me. And then the performance woes of Dogma. People would die for that to only be, you know what I'm saying, on the negative side of their reception over all of their content for the last 7 years. Most of these motherfuckers are dropping 2.5, 3 bad games a year. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, what Capcom is showing is great focus on what the fuck they do best.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who's a bad example right now? Well, Ubisoft is. That they don't even do their shit that they were good at. Good now. That is what's really pissing me off with Ubisoft. Like, Assassin's Creed back in the day was awesome, bro. It had a good story, great gameplay, great locations, bro. Now, I don't even recognize Assassin's Creed anymore. Like, they really fucked that franchise.
Oh yeah. They turned it into and I don't even know why they're calling it Assassin's Creed. Like, just
neither.
Create an open world game. Don't bamboozle the people that are fans of Assassin's Creed. Keep Assassin's Creed. Find ways to innovate it, like a Resident Evil, Village and Biohazard. They were not complete deviations from what they brought it back. 6 was a deviation, like Cold Blood said, and they paid for it, but they brought it back, but they innovated from there. Like, you can do that with Assassin's Creed. They're giving y'all a masterclass, man.
Well, look, what they did was with Resident Evil 5, they already went way too much into the actions part of it. But it was still a good game.
Yeah,
like,
I love 5.
I played the shit out of it.
Oh my god!
Bro,
well,
six on the other hand is a fucking joke.
I couldn't. I mean, I played it and I didn't get far into 6, but I love 5.
It's a joke. It's unfocused as fuck. The story makes no sense, and all this fucking sliding around and fucking sucker punching zombies, bro. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? Nah. That was no longer Resident Evil, bro. That was... I don't know, bro. A fucking Michael Bay movie.
Yeah.
Which Resident Evil should never have become in the first place. Like, 7 really brought it back to survival horror, bro. 8 was a little bit more actiony. Not gonna lie. I mean, but it was at least entertaining. Like they had entertaining villains.
Yeah, I like 8. I like 8. I need to go back and finish it. I really like 8.
But
7
what
was
really,
better. I agree.
No,
7 was
what
better.
the best Resident Evils they brought out in the last few years was Resident Evil 2 and 4 remake. Bro, these 2 games are fucking quality. That is what a remake should be.
I get it. Yeah, I mean, again, we don't just sit here and jump down game companies' throats and tell you what's negative. I mean, this is what we're looking for. It's just too bad. Too many. And then this is coming from somebody in myself who I'm not like even the biggest Capcom enthusiast, but I can step away from my own personal biases. I can look at the reception. I can look at the games, like certain key points, and say, yeah, they're doing their fucking job. And they're serving a masterclass to everybody else, man. This is what we're expecting. And even as a gamer, we often hear, why do you care about that game? You don't really play. Because I want innovation and I want quality to win the day, even on shit that I don't even play. Why? Because if it wins the day on shit that I don't even play, hopefully it'll come to the shit that I do play. I want it to be the standard, regardless if it's games that I play or not, because I want it to be the standard, period. And when you don't want quality to be the standard, when you want budget value shit to be the standard, you get what you pay for. Capcom is serving a masterclass on how gamers are to be serviced. Watch and learn and execute. 7 and is it even worth it? Yeah. 7 fucking years straight of record-breaking profits for them. Not record-breaking revenue, not just revenue, record-breaking profits. When you subtract from the revenue what they had to spend to make this shit, 7 straight years of record-breaking. That's even more impressive because anybody can make a lot of revenue.
Like their budget is on fucking point.
Yeah, exactly. And gamers are still satisfied. They're still satisfied. What are we saying here? We saying we want bloated shit or we want quality shit? So I'm seeing Spider-Man. I gotta play some Spider-Man. I got so much shit to play. I'm sorry, GeForce Now. I'm gonna get back to you. I promise. But PlayStation is killing it right. I was just thinking about that earlier. Like I booted up GFN.
But I look. I don't have much nice to say about first-party publishing on Sony right now. Yeah. Like it's way too slow. For me, it's so slow like never before.
Yeah.
I mean, the third-party publishing from Sony is great.
Yeah.
The whole exclusive things and second-party. That is awesome. What they're doing, but their first-party, no.
Yeah, it's lacking.
That shit has to change.
Yeah, and I love Marvel Spider-Man, but yeah, it's.
Yeah, but when did that came out? Fucking September, right?
Yeah.
Or October, whatever. That's way too long now.
September.
We are in May, bro.
Yeah.
We are in May. Where are the games from you, motherfuckers?
Or where's the announcements? You know what I'm saying? Like, at least say something.
I don't want announcements. I want the fucking games.
You know.
Give me the fucking games.
Without the announcement, do we even know when they're coming and shit? Or if they're coming? You know, I mean, I'm pretty sure something is being worked on, but what and when? And I don't want to just, I don't want what Xbox does where you just, you know, you have these game shows every 3 weeks. I don't want that. I'm just saying, like, all right, at least let us know what's in the pipeline for this year. Because if you can't let us know what's in the pipeline for this year,
I can tell you that much since we're already in May, not much at all.
Yeah, if anything,
and I'm sorry, someone might get mad at me, but I don't count that live service.
Yeah,
I don't give a shit about those games. Like if they come with their Concord and Fair Games, I told you, I'm not buying them motherfuckers.
Not your mother says no, not your mother's doubling down, and they better come out with something in November. Now, Cold Blood may not count it. I'm not a multiplayer gamer. Like if it's like a, you know what I'm saying? It has to have a lot of meat and potatoes to it. It can't just be PvP. I'm not a PvP gamer.
Oh, but okay. If that shit is a single player with multiplayer, okay, then it's something completely different.
Yeah.
But that's selling us this shit as a live service, so I would guess there is no single player in it.
Yeah, like if it's like Bungie, or not Bungie, if it's like a Destiny to where I can play it by myself, and you know, there's some depth to it. Yeah, but if it's just like a PvP type thing or another Helldivers, I mean,
yeah, because like I said, if something comes day and date on PC, bro, if they're not having their fucking message straight like they do now with Ghost of Tsushima,
yeah, I'm
not buying them motherfuckers. Even if that motherfucker gets a 95 on Metacritic, I don't care.
I just want some high quality games.
I want unification. Of if you put that shit on PC, they have to pay the same that I do. If they're not doing that, I'm not paying you a full price for the motherfucker. You can forget that.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right that logistically, that's gonna be a hard that's an impossible sell right now. Like I think that you have, if you're going to put your game on, if you're a console maker and you put your game on PC day and date, you just know that there's going to be that difference in the you know, the live service part of it, the you know, the PSN part of it, and that comes with the territory, unfortunately. But what I would say is to work towards uniformity, come up with the store, and I think the answer to deal with this piracy and this lessening of your product and watering it down because it's just being thrown and tossed everywhere, you know, come up with, I would even be for, again, cloud. Like you really double down on that cloud and that's how you embracing PC for now. I'm cool with that. And then that's the way to make them pay. Like, look, you got to pay for this shit. You got to pay for PlayStation Network, just like our console people do. I think they have a better opportunity with that than to make people, even if they come up with their own store, to make people pay. Yeah, that's going to be a rough sell. I get the reasoning behind it, but it's going to be a rough sell. I'm just hoping for some quality game. And what I don't want is I don't want you to compromise the console experience for it to be on PC. I don't want
They already do.
Yeah, I know.
Like Concord and Fair Games are already compromised.
Yeah, I know.
Shit probably has to run on a fucking 960 again.
I know. We'll see how this pans out. You know. But with that said,
it's also kind of suspect. It's kind of suspect that we are in May and we did not hear about Concord or Fair Games yet. Yeah. Like I doubt that shit is even coming out this year. Like seriously.
Juice said Cold Blood, they should have to pay more than us. We paid $500 for the console.
No, but then you're arguing against someone that paid $1,500 and plus. That's not. I mean, yeah, he did not pay that to Sony, sure, but still, yeah, we ain't gonna argue like that, bro. Nah. I mean, with the multiplayer part, yes, absolutely, bro. Like, I do not understand why we have to pay for this shit, but they don't.
Yeah.
They get the same fucking features we do.
Yep. Well, folks, that is the show.
And look, no, and now even more so with the trophy support. That's even more so now a feature that we have, and we pay for this shit to play online and get the online trophies for that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a tough sell. I mean, you know, I get it. I get the arguments behind it. It's just, you know, it ain't gonna happen. You might as well not even embrace PC. It ain't gonna happen. I think you have to uniformly change how your games, where your games are being sold at, in the way that they do it. And the only way I can foresee it is you do it through the cloud. You tell people, look, the convenience of not having to have the best hardware, we're doing all that hard work for you, but because we're processing everything on our servers, you got to pay for that shit. That's the only way I can see them getting away with that, and people somewhat embracing that, because Steam has just spoiled a lot of them to a certain expectation. So it's going to be hard to break that expectation unless you give in to Steam, which gives in to piracy and just a whole bunch of other dumb, goofy shit. Then you're in a tough spot. But all right, folks, we're out of here. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for the support. We love you guys as always.
Only 3 likes. That's good.
I was just about to say that. Yes. On my whining but no, it means a lot to us. We do a lot to prepare for the show, and you know, and again, we don't want to put a gun to our head and made us do it, but you know,
you do. Yeah, let's be honest, you do. I'm not preparing much at all.
we're going back and forth and talking and giving suggestions.
I just keep up with the news, so
and then you got to carve time out of your day in order to do this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if I'm running late, that still affects you too. You know what I mean? I mean, there's a lot of work we put behind this, and all we're asking you to do is just press a button.
If I didn't have fun doing this, I would be gone already.
You just gotta press the like button for us. Shit, fun or not, we suffer through a lot to present it a certain way for y'all, and we know it's not perfect, but you know, still there's a lot behind this shit, man. So just all we're asking is hit the like button, and anybody that does that and some, we're really appreciative of. As we give back, I'm torturing myself. I mean, some of the times it's fun, but some of the times it's pure torture. But it's funny. It's torturous to a point to where it's funny to make the sacrifice, and it's entertaining for y'all. So we give back. Giveaways, we still got a giveaway. We're trying to give. We ain't gonna get beat over the head with a cash register to give y'all shit, but we got giveaways and other things that we're doing. So you know, just hit that like button. That's all. That is all. And y'all did it. Y'all did the damn thing today. We're very proud. Thank you very much. With that said, thank you so much for joining us. Until next time, have a wonderful gaming day. Peace.